Okay. Are we live, gang? Beautiful. Right. Here with James Medlow, filling in for some commentary whilst Mr. Nino Marola is having a shower after his epic match a moment ago. Good win against Henry Hemmon for him.
Very good win. Good result for Henry as well, though.
And now it's on to this one. So we've got Zach Eadle against Will Flynn. So that eagle-eyed viewers at home might notice that wasn't always the plan. James, why don't you tell us what happened this one? How have we ended up with these two names?
Sadly, the original opponent for Zach picked up an injury, I'm not sure how long ago, but has sadly had to withdraw from both the singles and the doubles. So Will, as the only other seeded qualifier, seeded I think, qualifier, took Levi's spot to play Zach. So yeah, here we are.
Yeah, I think the lucky loser, the highest ranked player that didn't qualify, Will Flynn, gets in. It's a repeat of an epic match last year. These two went to 5.
It did.
That's 5 in the 5th.
I think you're right.
And so we could be in for another close one.
We could.
What sort of style are we expecting to see here, James? What do you think?
To start, I think we could see, as Zach's playing, these nice kind of tidy cut shots, but we know these boys can both hit it. So, as we get into it more, I think the power could definitely show up. Definitely, for sure.
Yeah, I think Will is known as certainly one of the more powerful, hard hitters on the tour. And then Zach, certainly it's a big part of his game. I think when he's playing well, he's attacking and he's hitting a lot of targets. So, both these two quite sort of forceful and attacking styles. So it'll be interesting to see who is having a good day today, finding their targets, and then who's able to keep control of it as well. Because otherwise, you can see balls going all over the place.
Both of their first match on this court as well. Something to potentially think about.
So obviously, this is the first year at the British Open that they've scheduled matches on both the East and West Court. So we're sat here in the little museum at Queen's behind the West Court viewing gallery. It's quite interesting to see. It's a slightly different dynamic. Normally all of the matches on the East. Here we are watching some fantastic tennis in the West.
Yeah, I think definitely beneficial going into the last match scheduled for 5 o'clock is a very safe time to be having it.
I mean, you look at that. I mean, first match today on the East was a 5-setter.
Yeah.
Just watched a 5-setter on the West. Nino and Henry. Nino coming through that one eventually in the 5th. It's not. You get a couple of those, and the schedule can be wrecked.
Indeed. Yeah. So I think definitely a safer bet this time around, and I think it's a good idea. I'm fine. I look aside.
Start. And game. Voila.
Good little start for Will Flynn there.
Indeed.
Pitching the first game. Does that go for a little underarm twist sidewall? Oh, that's good comedy. Very good.
Have you played much on this court, Lewis? Do you know of many differences that may hinder? These guys have both had games, singles and doubles, on the other court.
Yeah, I think they're pretty similar, to be honest.
Good.
There's some clubs like Cambridge where the courts are very different and built at different times and all this sort of thing, whereas these two, I think, were the same time they were built, I believe. Same construction. I think they're pretty similar.
Nice.
There's a little lip at Queen's on the penthouse in the East Court that is slightly different, but in general, I think they're pretty much as simple as you can get at two courts.
Cool.
That's why it's not seen as such a big issue to go between the two. I mean, it's definitely slightly different dynamic. But like you say, it's the same for both players. Both
exactly.
in the same boat. I actually played one of my matches last year on this court.
Oh, really?
The schedule was so far behind.
Fine. Yeah.
It was looking like we were going to go on at about midnight. So we went on earlier.
Probably sensible.
On this court.
Lost the chase. 15 love.
Good, sensible
Chase
lead
works
from
in the
Will
last
here.
gap.
Taking a nice lead in this second game.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about these two players. Where do they play? What's going on there?
So Will is
15
a C-Court from the C-Court conveyor belt of
Okay.
players that seem to have produced a lot of professionals, as we all know, but Will's still there, still an amateur, so practices there quite a lot with the new assistant Tim Armstrong. They've been getting on quite a bit.
Very good.
But yeah, he's trying to enter every event possible really to try and keep on the level with those pros, and I'd say he's doing a pretty good job so far.
Yeah, very good player.
And then Zach
Good stuff.
is...
I guess that's a slightly unusual.
Yeah.
He's currently unattached to a club.
Yeah.
Yard better than second gallery, 30.
He was doing some work at Jesmond Dean. So his dad is the head professional. Mark Eadle is head professional at Jesmond Dean. I think Zach was helping out a little bit there for a period of time. I think he just felt that being up that far north, away from most of the better players, was difficult for him to get the practice and maintain his level. So he's moved back. He's Oxford based now, I believe.
Yep.
And that gives him a bit better access
Yeah,
to
quite a few
lot of
options
the
there.
courts in the Thames Valley area. So you've got Radley, Oxford, Leamington, Hollyport, all these various courts in that sort of area within 45 minutes to an hour sort of drive. So I don't know where he's playing most of his tennis at the moment, but I think it'll be a mixture between those clubs. And trying to maintain his standard.
Yeah.
40-15,
We'll see a bit here with how he's doing at that. Will starting to get the lead in these first couple of games though. Wow.
There's the pace we know and love.
Lost the chase.
Bit unlucky, lose the chase there. That first ball was destined for the dead on, but not quite. A bit wayward, like a Jessica Arside shot there. Just pick up a chase there, get back up the service end. Oh yeah, that one just popped out the top and bottom edge.
Do we think he's probably going to have quite a differing game plan to his one with Henry? Henry known for his sort of defensive style and very aggressive on the cut volley, but he's very strong defensively, Henry. Whereas Zach is a big aggressor.
Yeah, I think Zach's probably known more for his attacking shots than his defensive play. So it is probably a different style. You're right. Truman there, what a great main force from Zach there. It's sort of a trademark shot. He's one of those players that hits that ball very well.
Yeah.
But there's almost an argument at times to say, is the guy at the receiving end at a big disadvantage or not? Because you tend to think the best players at the service end are the ralliers that don't really miss much.
Yeah.
Whereas both these two can go on runs of play from the receiver's end. Hitting main balls, hitting good forces.
Well, that pace is just such a huge weapon that, I think you're right. There is no kind of weekend, especially for these two in particular.
Yeah, they both have that style where they can be just as dangerous from the receiver's end.
Not up.
I'm sure Mr. Gatersbeek's stats will still tell us that statistically I think they're still better off from serving.
Yeah,
might be, more like 52-48 as opposed to, your 58-42 split. But I think statistically there's very, very few matches that have ever been better at the receiver's end. I think almost every match that Ben's done, the guy serving has had a better win percentage.
Interesting.
Advantage, chase better than 3.
Exactly, a little bit bemused there. I don't know quite what about one of the bounces possibly. Better than 3. Zach's out. He's done well to get back into this game and taken it. I think he was 40-15 down that one. He's done well to get back.
Very well.
Looking like the lead was going well there. Interesting on the other court for those that.
Great serve from Zach.
Chisholm winning the first 6-4, Woods Casey 5-2 up in the second.
Great.
So that looks like another bar.
We have another game like that.
Oh yeah, great ball. Lovely skid force from Will Flynn there.
Yeah.
Nearly took out one of our
He
cameras.
wants that camera, yeah. Pretty sure he took out the microphone in one of the doubles games the other day. He likes that top corner.
try taking out a lady some stage.
30-15.
All these cameras getting knocked down. Just unbelievably strong, isn't he, Will Flynn? On the ball.
That's a great shot.
Great get from Zach. Oh, unlucky. It's not just his pace that is impressive. I think it's just when he strikes the ball, his core strength is. It just looks like it's simple.
Yeah.
It doesn't really need much of a swing.
Well, that's the thing that gets people. I was speaking to someone after our doubles the other day, and it was
30.
he generates more power than most with significantly slower.
It's just the sort of mass, bulk to him.
Yeah. Hides it well as well, which is one of the worst parts.
Yeah, and that's not to say he's slow around the court and like that.
No.
You tend to think bigger, bulkier players, you think they're going to be slow, but he's just got the strength and still has the sort of effortless pace.
Stroke.
That's a good
Great
point.
rest.
Game 2 games to 1.
All 3 games pretty tight so far. Not much to divide these 2 players as of yet. See if anyone starts to run away.
Up.
So favouring the high serve there. Quite a good one at Queens and get it right, but very hard to be consistent with that sort of serve, I think.
I feel like, is that the play against someone like Will as well? Don't give him anything that he can really push and nail.
I think it's an option, isn't it? If you can get it
100%.
tight. I mean, but you look at that one now. I think Zach's hit a nice serve there, and Will's posted that out to better than 2. It's not foolproof. This level, these guys can just come out with outrageous shots from anywhere.
Loose. He might punish here.
Frustration from Zach there. He's guessed and guessed wrong.
Again, both chases. 15 up.
Will getting 2 good chases there, and the service end at the same time. So he's setting himself up well to push forward in this game. What's that going to do? What do we think? He's going to play the floor, play the main wall?
What are the chases?
Better than 2, both chases.
I feel like we may see a main wall here.
Yeah, it depends what the serve is, I think. It wouldn't stun me if he goes for cut volley. Better than 2. Let's have a look. That could be a force.
Yeah, this is a force. There you go.
What a shot.
That's why.
Off the bottom edge.
Great ball.
Chase better than 2.
That's impressive. He's gone long again. Is he going to get punished?
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's even better.
40 love.
Right in the corner of the dead on. Incredible shot. Great accuracy. A couple of loose serves there. Paid the price.
Great dig.
That was going in, but he's been defended.
15
Great effort.
4.
Yeah, Will's done well there. It was a great first.
Great first
dig.
ball he defended. Second ball was a good cut shot from Zach.
Game.
Just like that.
There we go.
Another dead
2
on.
games all. First set.
Talking about dead on kings, here comes Darren Long. The guy's not missed one since 2010.
Another exciting matchup later, him versus Lewis Gordon, another one of our
A couple of big hitters again.
big hitters. Yeah.
What a day here we've got at Queens. Hazard. Just incredible matches left, right and centre. Nice to see lots of people supporting.
Yeah, very busy today.
Young Molly Smith in the crowd, cheering on her man.
Hazard better than 2.
He's giving us a lot to watch so far, 2-2 in the first set. Both these players just feeling each other out. Some good stuff. So tactically, what do we think here, James? Are they going to be? Is there an argument to say you want to keep the ball on the floor? These guys possibly not quite as good at rallying, so just keep on the floor, keep them under pressure. And keep them tight.
It is tight because, as we said at the start, they are known for their attacking side, but both are in the corners. They seem to, from the start, really, they've been reading it well, and I wasn't sure if that would be the case on the new court that they haven't practiced on.
Court, yeah.
But I'd say both. Will, I know, is very fast. But it's just if they can get down into those corners, I think, and hit sensible
shot
shots
there
like
too.
these galleries, then maybe they won't need the pace. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I don't know if, is that not happy about that?
30.
I think you've got to decide as if you're, well, depending on which player you are, if you feel like you're the better on the floor, the better rallier, I'd probably be inclined to then take that route and kind of try and turn the rallies into that style of game, even if it's not your specific forte. Whereas if you feel like you're going to be the better attacker, aggressor, keep going for it, I think.
Well, exactly. Often you can go in with a game plan. I know that was what I found with Craig the other day. I had a plan and it went out the window quite early on. And I just kind of stuck to, I won't say what I only know, which is kind of the attacking, forcing balls, but it just seemed to work more than the floor game I was kind of looking to play.
Well,
and so I was like, fine, I'll do it.
There comes a time sometimes with these matches where it's, have I picked the wrong game plan, or am I just not executing that game plan well enough? And that's a question that sometimes we see players, do we need to switch it up and move to plan B, or is it just if once I tweak a few things and get this in gear, I'll start winning? It's tough to say. Little update from the other court. They're at 1 set all. So Chisholm wins the first 6-4. Woods Casey wins the second 6-2. 1 all in the third.
It's the first time they've played singles against each other?
I believe so. Yeah, I was chatting with John Woods Casey the other day. He was quite excited at the concept of playing one of the legends of our game, Mr. Tim Chisholm.
Indeed.
An absolute great who's still incredible ball striker. Movement not quite as good as it once was, but still a very good player.
Exactly.
So I'm glad they're having a good game next door.
Good heat from Zach again.
Good heat. Will tried to get a racket on it, couldn't quite manage it. He's gone out for a chase. Got Ben Ronaldson marking this one, the head professional at the Queen's Club here. Marking from the middle, very traditional. It's a brave man that marks these boys from the middle.
Well, exactly. Of all the today's lineups, I don't think this is one I'd want to be doing from the net.
One wayward force, and that could be end of the game over. He's an experienced marker. I'm sure he'll be just fine.
Yeah. Is he doing all of today's on this court?
And game 3.
He done thus far? Has he done all of them?
I think he did the last one, didn't he, from the middle? But I believe Ben Taylor Matthews did the first one over here, which he sort of did alright with, because I think that was probably the most one-sided match of the day so far.
Oh, Freddie Bristow and Tony.
Rollins, yes. And then we saw an unfortunate dropout, didn't we, a bit earlier as well. Neil McKenzie having to come off injured. I didn't see the full details of that. Something I heard something with his hip or something along those lines.
15-all.
But yeah, so shout out to Neil. Hopefully he makes a swift recovery. Getting back out there. He was doing quite well. I think he won the first set against Claire and was, I think, 3-love down in the second before calling it. So I don't know if it was a specific injury, but I just chatted with someone that was watching and they were talking about some issues he was having with his hip and glutes. So hopefully nothing too serious. No. These boys have just been splitting game for game so far, isn't it? No one's pulled away too much. So that just set up a 40-15 lead to take it to 3-all. So it's, nip and tuck. Just don't want to get that. Oh, that's a good ball.
Takes 3 yards, 40-15.
It's that strength, isn't it? Just out of nowhere.
It's hard to read what he can do. Anything with that ball due to his power, I guess. He can boast that round.
Yeah, I mean, it was, like you say, is that going to be a cut shot? Is it going to be something straight? He's gone for the boast and set a chase and got back up the service end. Typically a good play.
40-15, receiver leads, chase 3.
Not a bad chase either, chase 3. see here. Underarm twist, courage in the volley. Over here.
Lost the chase. 34.
That's not a bad play, that serve there. From Will. Although he's changing up straight away. What we're going for here, a little bobble. Try and contain Zach.
It's a great serve.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good pick up from Zach.
It's just short of the grill. Oh, it's sensible.
Oh, great disguise. Fantastic shot. Feathered it down the line.
Nice.
Beautiful. Zach covering the other side of the court. Done well to get back into this game.
Very well. Needs to. Is it? Yeah, looking to push on here. Bit of a lead for the first time in this match. If he can get this game.
Get it one wayward force there. Can he put it away? Looks frustrated with that one, understandably. Didn't make Zach pay the price for that first miss.
Game. 3 games all.
Then we have it, 3 games all. Some good return of serving from Zach.
Good read. He's punished him well there. Good aggression from Flynn.
15 left.
No surprise.
No, that's what these boys do. Nearly got the marker there. Some very good play so far on this one. Some tight serving. Looks like we might be having a change of commentator at some stage. As Mr. Marola, my original commentary partner, arrives. Looking rather smug after his victory earlier. Lovely win. 5. We'll both be cramping up at sat in the commentary box here, both having played 5 sets this morning.
30 all.
Body's going to be in all sorts of trouble. You might have to be on standby, James, in case there is to rush off and stretch. 3 all 30. We cannot get much closer than this.
40-30 hasn't chased the first gallery.
Tough miss there for Will.
We are, of course, in the vital 7th game. Big game, this one. Who's going to take the initiative? Good shot from Zach, asking the question of Will's backhand, and Will just making an unforced error there.
Not completely sure of their scoreline in this last year. If we had if someone took a big lead and it was a comeback, if it was tight all the way through, I'd be interested to know, to see.
I can't remember specifically, but I feel like there was a time where wasn't there a lot of match points or a lot of game points saved?
Potentially.
I really got that to kick back. Really hard to do that, Queens, and then Will's gone and hit a lovely main off it. I thought it was a great serve.
It was. I agree with getting the railroad to stick in is
tough to do.
It's not easy.
And he's gone and done it. And then he's hit, I would say, a poorer serve, and Will's hit that one in the net. Bit of a lottery out there at the
How
moment.
this game goes.
Let's pick
Cut out from Zach.
He's done well to get it. What's Will going to do here? He's left it. Managed to scrape it back.
Oh no.
And game.
Trying
4 games, 3.
Taking a
change
lead.
direction there.
He's done well.
The ball. He's probably changed his mind a bit late,
Yeah.
arguably.
I would imagine that's the case.
All of a sudden, netted it. Zach's taking the lead 4-3.
It's nearly on worse than the last gallery.
strong on that volley off the wall there, Will. Slightly looser first ball, but
15 love.
brought it back with that second one.
What Will's got. It's good ball. It's tidy tennis there.
Yep.
She's 3 and 4. Near your worst in the last gallery, and she's 3 and 4. 15 love.
Good solid shot. So talk us through the schedule for the rest of today then. So we've got this match here, and then it's yourself and Vaughan, is that right?
Myself and Vaughan on this court.
Is that due to be the last one?
On this court, yep. And then we got Lewis and Darren are on after the Woods Casey Tim Chisholm match.
And that's the last one on
Yeah,
that court.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, what a shot from Zach.
15 all.
Unbelievable angle.
She's 3 and 4.
Backhand corner of the dead-on. Yeah, there's so much been going on today. It's hard to keep track of who's where and what's going on.
Exactly.
15.
I believe from this point onwards, all matches will be on the East.
Correct. Oh, that's an awkward serve. Possibly a bit
14,
fortunate.
15.
Popped off the bando ledge and went flush. Yes, that's quite right. So today is the only day of the tournament with matches on both courts. I don't know if it's more of sort of an experiment or...
I guess because they split the next round over 2 days, don't they? So it's going to be easier to kind of... Well, we can avoid those late finishes, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's not such an issue as it. I think they've done... Like I say, I think they used to do six matches on day one, first round, and 2 of those on day 2. Whereas this year they've put all 8 on day 1, 4 on each court.
Yep.
So by the end of today, we'll know everybody that's into the second round and who's bumping into the seeds. And it's been a bit of a treat. There's been all sorts of close matches, which is great for the game, isn't it? That's what you want to see. You want to see these young up and comers like yourself. You, Henman, Bertie Vallet, all those sorts of guys starting to really arrive now and starting causing people issues and beating people ultimately.
That's the aim.
It's good to see in the game. And then you've got that sort of next group that have been sort of a little bit more established and single figure players, people like Lewis Gordon, Darren Long, Nino, these sorts of guys that are still doing good things and trying to push on and start challenging the those top players.
15 love.
Yeah, here we are, 4 games forward. What looks like another epic.
Yeah, we could be waiting for a bit.
It's been some good tennis.
Very good
solid
tennis.
play
Second
from
gallery,
both.
15 love.
It's not been too much sort of firepower just yet. The odd bit here and there, but as he says that finds a penthouse with a wayward force.
No, you've got to expect that.
Lucky for it to end up in the gallery there.
Let's chase the second. That jump in the last, sorry, didn't have the angle.
Very tight stuff so far on this one. Nice and tight.
Okay, 15 love.
Talk about the vital 7th game, but I think if it gets there, the vital 9th is pretty important.
You're probably right. Do we think now is too early in the match to really rethink the game plan? I wonder if they've gone out the window yet for either of them, or if they're still trying to. I think Will's looked more persistent on wanting to play a floor game. Zach has been well, but I think he's still looking for those main moves.
Both a lot of cut shots into the backhand corner, haven't they? So that seems to be a sort of default shot from both. As we see a gallery hit there towards the chase. It's a good shot from Will there.
Chase the last gallery.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen any drastic changes yet. 4:50 all last gallery to beat. What we're going to see here. That is unlucky.
Again, it's that disguise. I'll be honest. I thought he was going in this backhand corner that whole time.
I'd agree, but took the pace off it, but just missed by a couple of inches, finding the bando and a straight force there, straight heat.
30 all.
Forced the racket error. 4:30 or what a match.
Ooh, it's a big error.
Couple of straight forces, forced some racket errors. Again, these guys will be learning from everything that happens, trying to repeat, looking for sort of minor weaknesses in their players, or sorry, in their opponents. Ended up tight.
It's good from there.
Can't give Zach Eadle loose forehands.
No, you cannot.
Very good at finishing that ball off into the grill. Lots of good stuff there. It's a real strength of his, I would say. Real strengths. Will Flynn
There you
straight
go.
forwards. Target for target out there. Will's advantage. I think he's tried to hit it, but it's just rolled out.
I think he'll probably be happy with that. I think that's a very winnable chase for Zach on such a crucial point.
Yeah, I think he'd been happy to get it back over the net, but you know, all in all, it's better than making a racket error there, I think.
There you go.
There's Will representing the Seacourt Silver Racket t-shirt. Very good. Good event down there on
Great
February.
event. Yeah.
Always good fun.
Server leads.
Nice to see the shirt being worn out in the big leagues, British Open.
Current champion, he's got to represent.
Absolutely. First ball was good.
Footwork.
Again, 5 games to 4.
5 for Flynn, the vital ninth. He's done well, he's got it. Can he convert from here? Or are we going to see a 5-all? Good decision to cut that off. That's a great backhand volley. Well played.
Yeah, it's very good.
Both players there. Good pressure from Zach. Let's go for the force. Slightly. Oh, wow. This rally's had everything.
Wants to make the error. Strong volley.
What an outrageous rally. What a swaz on that ball from Zach. Big swerve into the middle of the court. A couple that looked like they weren't coming over that ended up popping over the net tape. Everything went wild there. 15-all. That's a good ball again.
Great shot.
That's a really nice
Brilliant
ball.
shot.
Still doesn't look happy.
Chase. Was it Chase?
Don't know. I didn't see the angle of that one. Oh, that's a good ball on the volley.
40,
Both these players' service points won below 50%. Interesting. Like I say, it doesn't surprise me that these players are less than 50 is unusual.
5 games all.
5 games.
5 all,
all.
there we have
You'd
it.
love to see.
Was this always on the cards? Should we fast forward a couple hours now and just make this 5 on the 5th? Who knows?
Well, I was going to say, if last year's anything to go off, then it certainly wasn't. Oh no.
Always
Better than the yard.
made it over.
No stress.
Bit of a skip on that bounce.
Bit of foul cut there. Zach Eadle really giving it a rip.
What a time.
Awkward bounce for Flynn. Bit of nerve, possibly at 5-all.
Oh, no. We've seen less of the high serve from Will actually, compared to Zach, but I think if there was ever a time to get some flush ones, it's probably now.
Yeah. Basketball.
Great ball.
30.
Oh, a little come on from Zach there. He
Fired up.
sensed a bit of blood in the water.
Sorry.
30 love Eadle with a chase. Big point this. Ball. Good pressure, good pick up.
You can see it force here.
Going big.
Yeah.
And he's forced the error. Big come on from Eadle there.
Better than a yard.
Bit of Eadle. Juicy one. Very
Expected
good.
nothing less.
5 apiece. Zach raced to a 40 love lead in this game. Can he convert it to take the first set of the match? Oh. So we see that replay there. Big come on from Zach. He wants this one.
He does.
Look at his lips. It's ready.
40 love. Serve the lead. Hazard chase better than a yard. Hazard.
Woods, Casey and Chisholm next door at 3-0 in the third. One set apiece. That's tight as anything as well. What a day.
Good serve from Zach. Flynn's done well.
Quite far up the court. He was anticipating the volley, but probably on his forehand based on that position. 15-40. He's fighting his way back. Good serve. Good volley. Oh, good effort. Zach done it. Big fist bump from Eadle there. And just like that, I think we'll have a little change of commentator. Thank you, James, for filling in.
No worries. Enjoy the coverage, everyone.
Absolutely.
See you soon.
Thanks for your efforts. Just like that, we're straight into this. Oh my god. Off the bando. Oh, it's all going Eadle's way. Backhand volley into his own bando and over the net. Things you'd love to see.
Real tennis flair.
Absolutely. I'm sure our view from the Hazards host, Schenkman and Taylor Matthews, will be enjoying clipping up some of these matches today.
Yeah, I think that's what Rob spends most of his spare time doing. Even before the Instagram page.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to Nino Marola, my new co-commentator. Congrats on your win, Nino. A big long 5-setter over Henry Hammond.
Yes, it was. He came out absolutely firing. I think I was 5 love down in the first set.
Nice.
Managed to scrape one game to hold the momentum. I think then from there it was something like 6-3 me, 6-3 me, 6-2 him.
Wow.
And then either 6-3 or 6-4 in the last, I can't remember. But no, he played unbelievably well. The guy's got a massive wingspan, it's hard to get the ball past him.
These two keen to change ends there before the even set a second chase. Both walking to the net.
Nah, we've seen it before.
We have seen it before. Thankfully it's been spotted by the marker on this occasion.
Don't need Gate and Beak to intervene.
Oh, it's good pick up. Oh my god.
Zach is alive.
Great defence.
40-15.
Self-defence.
That gives you a little bit of an extra buzz when someone's really hit that one hard at you and you've not only not died, but you've also got it back over the net and won the point.
I don't know, never happened.
Right.
I've never done it.
I've never got back, so that might be the difference.
I've seen you do the
Set
periscope volley
on
there.
summary on screen.
Go on, talk me through it.
Oh. We're being told here that the stats haven't been the target stats. Okay, we've got a prehistoric Ben Lawrenson that cannot figure out the tablet, I'm being told. So his marking's great, but his tech skills maybe to be desired.
Sorry, is this the same Ben Lawrenson that's the head professional of Queen's Club?
That's the one.
Okay, thought I'd check there.
To reiterate, his marking's great. So you know, that's
marking
the
is very
important
good.
bit.
Yeah. And he's quite effective. He's marking from the middle, which we all know is dangerous, especially
That's
this
quite a
man.
few more points. But the serves won 47% and 42%.
Yeah, I did hear you guys talking about it earlier. It
believe-
doesn't entirely surprise me. It's a hard court to serve well on.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a bit of that. in
And
the tournament
these
so
two are both pretty damn punchy with their returns.
So that went up there. Read that was the play, but couldn't quite get it.
Yeah, how high can you go, Zoe?
Yeah.
Unless you're Henry Henman.
You value your life.
Yeah, especially with Will Flynn.
I've seen a bit of that today. The Railroad cutting back.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
always this
I-
rumour of Queens that the Railroad you can't get it to cut back.
I just think it's one of those ones where there's no kind of second prize. You either hammer it and risk the hazard, as we've just seen there,
Yeah.
or it's not coming back into the wall. Although I will say, having practiced yesterday and then obviously played today, sometimes serving it so it doesn't actually get back into the wall seems to really confuse your opponents. They're all quite used to good railroads. And when they're underneath your feet, they can be quite difficult to force well.
Yeah.
No, these two both seem to be generating plenty of spin. Credit to them. Balls are getting older as well, so that'll get easier as the week goes on, getting back into that ball.
Yeah, no, it's interesting to see. They are definitely cutting back. Do we know who the winner of this plays? Is that to go on against Mr. Vigona? Am I right in remembering that?
That sounds.
Would have been Gale.
Would've been
Gale
Gale
into Vigona
yeah.
would have been the seeding.
I will get a draw up just to make sure we're not
Pretty sure
misleading the.
Zach fought his way through the qualifying, made it here. It was a very, very good win actually.
Very
solid
established win.
performance.
Yeah.
And then I was explaining to the viewers earlier that Will made it through as the lucky loser. So the best player that didn't make the qualifying, as poor old Levi's got an injury, so he had to pull out the event.
Yeah, this has affected you more than anyone else actually.
As his doubles partner, it is an effect. I'm not sure more than anyone else, but certainly.
Well, I mean more than anyone other than Levi himself.
Well,
It helps these guys, I guess, in a way.
But yeah, like I say, still got to go out there and win it, and see how these two manage.
Right, so Zach one step. Do we think Zach's going to be hoping for a straight set victory here? I mean, obviously you always would do.
I think.
But
Yeah.
does
I think
it start to swing towards Will's favour if it goes
The longer
4
it goes,
or 5 sets? Well, I've been told by a couple of the Sequel guys that this is probably as fit as Will's ever been.
Is that
He's
right?
got some age on his side.
Yeah.
Zach's been in worse shape, but he's probably been in better as well. I don't think he'd mind me saying. And if you can keep your foot down in this kind of scenario, that's always beneficial.
Yeah, I think he's got a slight advantage. Having won that first set with Juice in this one, they've all been quite tight games so far. So I think if anyone, it's unlucky. I thought that did for a minute.
Yeah, fair enough.
Pretty good put away. If you can put away, get two set to love lead, it's pretty rare that you lose from 2 sets love up. But
That depends who the opponent is. You've had a few lucky escapes from 2 sets love down, I believe.
that is true. But I think that's the exception rather than the rule. I think.
Obviously that would be the case. Be interesting to see how Ben's win predictions go.
What a pick out of the winning gallery!
Oh, there we go.
That is an incredible pick out of Zach out of the winning gallery.
He's regretting putting in the effort, I think.
Oh, there it is on the replay. He'd done his hip on the way back, but good disguise from Flynn with the next shot. And he has taken the first game of the second set. Oof.
15 left.
Marcus nightmare that.
Yeah, this wouldn't be high up on my list of choices of matches to mark from the net.
Yeah, you missed that conversation in the first one, but yeah.
You started that early, did you?
Yeah, we both
Understandably.
this would be the one to avoid for us.
30 left.
A lot of quick balls moving around, the occasional inaccurate one.
Do we have any idea what's been happening on the other court?
We do. The last time we checked, they were 1 set all, and I think 3 all, and that's now turned into 4-3 Chisholm.
I see.
So we went 6-4 Chisholm, 6-2 Woods Casey, 4-3 Chisholm, and Juice 2 Chasers at the moment. So it's been very tight over there. You've got to think Chisholm's going to be very keen to get that one over and done with.
Gallery.
Make sure he wins that set and keep pursuing it. If the longer that one goes, I think the worse his odds are. Looks like Jess has brought some snacks.
And chase 1 and 2. 2 chases.
Looks a bit healthy for me, that Jess. I will pass.
Stick to the orange lemonade.
Absolutely. I'll find a Mars bar somewhere. Very good. Well, Will 30 low up here. 1 hazard and then 1 good chase.
Hasn't been hard to defend out yesterday.
Yeah, like you say, it's hard to get that road kick
Hazard
back
chase,
regularly.
then the second
More, and
gallery.
what's the best possible outcome is that you kick it back and they smack it straight rather than wrap it off the main wall. You still got to volley or chase the thing.
Hazard's better than the second gallery.
Well, Zach has been serving this railroad confidently. He's slicing it longer, fewer bounces, a bit more air. Really, really
Look at
happy
that,
to
that's
just send
tight.
it long
It's a great serve.
and put away.
Oh, a bit.
And that's a gallery.
Oh, oh my god.
Oh, it's still going.
What a rally. Well played, Zach Eadle. Gives a little grin.
Chase 1 and 2.
Oh, that was a pretty juicy rally, that one. Like you say, Flynn just missing the ledge, not by much. A bit of frustration there.
Yeah.
Bit of frustration.
It's hard when that ball backs up, you know.
I understand that in this qualifying match he had a set point and missed the ledge of the hazard gallery, and then went on to lose that set and then the match. So maybe there's a bit of memory going back to missing the galleries by an inch.
We've all done it.
Sadly we have all done it.
That's a good serve.
40-30.
It's difficult. Will's
he's
an insanely strong player, but once he's wound up for that force, it's very hard to bail out and hit a cut shot from there. That's going to be big, yeah, isn't it?
And that's game 1 game all.
Just like that. A few points. It was looking like Will was looking good there, and Zach's just reeled off a few points in quick succession. Oh my God, that's just an incredible cut volley. It's like T&RA out there. Unbelievable stuff.
It's a very, very responsive court at the moment, if you can get that cut volley on the floor.
Oh, a bit wayward. Out of court.
Testament to Will Flynn's casual level of pace.
15 left.
Barely swung at that and it's gone out of court for Penthouse.
Play at Radley College.
That's a great volley.
Great volley from Eadle. Beautiful shot.
30.
He just seems to just be getting into the swing of it all of a sudden, Eadle. A little momentum going his way, looking comfortable for a second.
Well, that's been said about him before. He always turns it on for the...
Yeah, just as I say that, the commentator's curse, he skies a backhand.
I don't think it's
onto the east court.
I think, once again, Zach knows his strengths. Forehand volley, 100 miles an hour, base timbre, no problem. Backhand ground stroke, could be anywhere. He's really improved that recently, but...
Not in the last 2 points, he's not.
And Chase better than 3.
Oh, round the angles.
Better than the yard and better than 3.
A pinball out there with these two playing.
Well, in the other court we are at 5-3 Chisholm, 40-30 John Woods Casey. Tim about to go at the service end and defend Chase 3 and 4. I will keep you updated.
Very good, appreciate it. It's tennis on both courts. Incredible stuff everywhere, tight matches everywhere. What a day.
I think we could be here for quite a late one tonight, couldn't we?
Chase better than
Well,
a
imagine
yard.
if we were trying to fit 6 matches on a court.
Yeah.
This is 4 matches.
Classic, yeah. I'm very glad they moved to 2. Seems like a very good idea.
I think the general response has been positive from players. You're someone that played on the West Court, and did you feel it different out there? Is it?
I think all courts are different, but there's not a massive amount of difference, and it's same for both players, isn't it? And luckily, from my perspective, in a 5-set match, you've got time to absolutely squander the first set and still get yourself back into it.
Sounds that way. Oh my God, what a get! That's a great ball. Very good play. Great get from Will there in that 4-1 corner.
30-40.
The other court has now gone 4-5. Chisholm still leading. Serving underarm twists, John Woods Casey. Returning unconventionally with a half volley, but worked out pretty effective.
Play from Zach, a solid Oh! Not the cleanest last couple of shots that rally, but it was Flynn that came out on top of it. To go to juice. Let's get pick up.
Oh, that's good.
Chase the last gallery.
Finds himself a gallery, keen to get back on the service end where they're both winning less than 50% of the points. Popped up.
It's going to be long.
Yeah. It's a great pickup.
It's a great pickup.
Out of court to
Oh, that's unlucky.
Chase the
He's
last
well to get it. He's read it. He's got it. Posted it out.
Difficult to hit out of court up there from there as well.
He's pretty unlucky. We're seeing a little replay of here. It's a good pickup from Flynn. Oh, and again. Is that volley?
Yeah, strong volley.
Yeah, beautiful play. Beautiful play. The tech wizards here showing us some replays about what's going on. Even without the main man himself, he's on the show court. We've got the second graders, but they still know what they're doing. Still doing well.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been told that's what it's like living with Mr. Gatenbeek.
I can believe that.
Dread to think what that must be like. He must be never there. He's always streaming.
Sometimes he streams remotely. Does it all from home. Good service. Not a great.
Loose could get a flush. Oh, it's got awkward.
Good ball from Flynn. Yep.
Again, that's that strength. Just it's quite deep in the court, and he's found a really nice ball, taking a 2-1 lead. And it's just been. I don't think anyone's had more than a 1-game lead.
Neck and neck.
Good ball. Just
15 left.
it's a good cut shot.
Straight.
Little
15 all.
clip of the racket there.
Pitch deep, plenty of cut. Always effective. Nice drive.
As is that. The slap down the middle
It's better than 4, 15 all.
to find a chase. I must say, watching Mr. Eadle's facial expressions is very entertaining. I mean, he doesn't hide his view particularly,
No, that's never been his strength.
but it's just nice to see what's going on in his head.
Yeah, comparatively to Will, who doesn't do any of that.
Chase the yard.
He's just ripped a cut volley to 1 yard and looks miserable about it.
I don't know, I'm miserable, but he's very very steady.
Steady, yeah.
Never too emotional one way or the other, particularly.
$15 all. First chase is better than 4.
Better than 4. Here we go. Spinny cut volley.
Long.
Over here. Oh, just followed it.
Hazard. Keeping in that corner.
Come again. Oh! Looked like it rolled up his leg. Oh, made the error eventually anyway.
30-15, chase a yard.
1 yard. I think we know what's coming. Can he contain the force?
It's a great serve. He's asking a question.
Lost the chase for less than 2.
Very good serve, that.
14-15.
Meanwhile, on the other court, Tim Chisholm has
Oh, a stroke.
another set point.
And just like that, we are seeing the first time anyone's gone more than 1 game ahead. Will Flynn pulling ahead 3-1.
The other court is reading 5-4 Chisholm, advantage Chisholm's second serve for John Casey.
Good play from Flynn. Going back under winning gallery is an effective
It's a,
shot.
yeah, it's a good
Very
shot.
good at it.
Put it back where it comes from, that means it's a lower error count in theory. You have to be a bit more precise when you go up the line.
Jeez.
Great drive from Zach.
Lovely,
Plenty of
lovely
pace.
force on the volley. Down the middle.
15 all.
When he gets those right, incredible shot. It's a great serve. He's got it back. And it just shows the value of just getting one more ball back over the net. He's got it back. Will's had to run all the way up there and managed to find the net from there. Here we go. That's
a great ball.
Still not happy, but a great ball nonetheless.
14-15.
I think Flynn was probably expecting the cut volley there, wasn't he?
You can't really cover both, especially when the cut volley's coming as sharply as it has been.
Chase is better than the second gallery. 40-15.
Bando out for a chase. Here we see a little replay of something. What have we got? Oh, okay. Not
Wouldn't
the
have been your
best
choice.
replay I've ever seen,
No.
but did want to get that one back. And there's the bottom of the net. Hands in the air. There we go. That's what we're saying.
On the other court, both John Woods Casey and Tim Chisholm are around the 50% mark for service points won. So this is 52 for John and 51 for Tim.
Well, tell me in your experience, what sort of number would you expect to see that at?
Well, I think I remember from last year, Ben explaining on one of the streams that you get a pretty consistent 50 to 65% or something like that. Service points won, high 50s I think is the average.
Okay.
So it's not as straightforward as, you know.
Bit of flair. Through the legs from Flynn.
The issue with the service points won percentage, it doesn't really factor in, you know, chases.
Yeah.
In that, obviously, if you've, you know, same as the service percentage, any of you that have been watching and seen Ben bring up the stats for how good a bobble is, they're often a bit inflated because people tend to serve bowls on things like chase a yard, and don't tend to serve railroads on those chases. So often you get stats come up at the end of a match and it'll say, you know, 6 bobbles served, 100% win rate. But a lot of the time that will come down to the fact that they've saved them for particularly difficult chases for their opponents. So actually they're likely to win the point anyway.
Makes a lot of sense. But we're saying high 50% is sort of
It's average, and yet I don't know, I have no idea what the stats were for my match or your match today. But next door's at around 50 mark, and these guys are both sub 50. Which I think is just testament to how difficult it is to serve effectively at queens on day one with newer balls.
Yeah.
And, you know, the strength of people's returns nowadays. I mean,
on this court, I'm not that surprised to see that. Both these two guys, renowned for having particularly
big
strong
returns.
serves. On the other court, Chisholm, yes, but Woods Casey, historically, you think of him more as a solid rallier and a good all-round player.
But we have to factor in there one of the elements being that he is dealing with Tim Chisholm's return serve.
Yeah.
So when Tim's at the service end, I'm not entirely stunned he's not covering the court as well as he might have historically. We all know that Tim's much more likely to, you know, serve something to encourage a certain response and then just try and deal with that certain response. And if, you know, the rally, you know, starts to drag Tim around, if John can send it to either side, then, you know, Tim, I've not been able to watch this match, I don't know how well he's moving at the moment, but, you know, in recent years he's not moved as well as he would have done once upon a time. And then Tim's return serve is, you know, one of the best of all time.
Yep.
And that hasn't really gone away with his increased experience. Looks to me like John's being nice and aggressive with his returns, from what I can tell.
What are we at game score wise?
We are at 5 games all.
Wow.
And I think John Woods Casey's just managed to beat Tim with 2 shots back to back, playing a chase worse than 2. And he's won the point for 30-15 lead.
I'm going to say, but there's good tennis at everywhere.
Now 40-15, John. John has a set point.
Well left from Zach there. That looked like it was going into me, but clearly, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh. 40-15, John Woods Casey on the far court, and he's changing ins to defend at a chase.
A little tweener from Will Flynn on this one.
15-30.
Not in my repertoire, but we've seen you do it more than once.
Occasionally. Your movements obviously are much better, you don't ever get to the wrong place.
I just tend to leave it when it's in the wrong place.
Another good name all. Zach Eadle.
40-15, she's worse than the last gallery.
Worse than last. Here we go, what's he got? To bring it back level to 3 all.
Good railroad.
30-40.
Oh, no way. Oh, that's a good effort from Eadle. Flicking a racket at it. Didn't quite get it done. We were at juice.
Over on the other court, Tim managed to win that point playing chase worse than 2. 30-40.
Advantage.
Oh, and John's hit 4 straight hammers in a row. Tim's defended all of them, missed the grill by an inch, and Tim's slotted the chase better than the other. That's what happens when you're playing 2
Up there.
4 games to
4 2 2. Points won exactly the same at 57. 57 points apiece. And Will with the lead. Well, 1 game lead overall, but Zach, more importantly, winning the set. As I can tell you from my match, winning the games doesn't really matter. It's all about how many sets you win.
Yeah, that does tend to be the deciding factor in the end.
Seems to be quite important, that.
Yeah, we've not spoken about your match. Did you talk about it with James earlier on stream, or?
I haven't. I like to try and focus on the match
Would you?
in action,
That's it.
and there's not too many positives for me to take from my match. So, as a positive guy, let's focus on these ones.
Okay, fine. I'll allow it.
Go for full juice on the other.
Five all juice in the other court.
So, laying a few more chases than well on this court.
30.
Another set point for John Woods Casey. Third one.
Ooh.
Tim throwing up some good high serves. They're really forcing John to move his feet after they bounce. Oh God.
Have a chase, 7.5 yards.
That was a good leave. Good leave from Zach there in the end.
Ready up. Chase the door.
That is
Woods Casey.
second set on the other court goes to John Woods Casey. Third set. Third set. There's 2 sets to 1. John Woods Casey on the other court.
Wow. And I think you've got to suggest that the longer it goes, the more likely Woods Casey is to win statistically, I think, based on
Yeah, I mean,
body shot.
I think that's true. Don't get me wrong, but also maybe Tim will be hoping that if he's already reliant on his second win, that John will have to be reliant on his soon enough. God knows that's how I felt with Henry. I was tired after the second set.
Good call from Ronaldson there, that one going sky high.
Lovely man to cut on that from Zach.
34 just fighting to stay alive. Doesn't want to take a 3-game deficit. 4-2 Flynn at the moment. 34 to that's a good pump on that.
Yeah.
What a great pickup. Read it well.
Good volley. What's he going to play here?
Grill.
I think both.
Nice change. Get there. He's got
Yes.
that.
Under. Good guess.
Good play. Great defence from Flynn.
And that's game 5 games to 2.
Lots of
Second
good
set.
volleys from Eadle there, but couldn't quite get it done. 5-2.
Great scrapping from him.
5-2. Well, he's earned it.
So Will will be hoping here that he can put this one away 6-2 and therefore keep the momentum. You don't want Zach to win a couple of games even if you end up scraping the set.
Yeah, I agree. Unless,
Obviously winning the set is the most important bit.
again,
Home launch. But
yeah, I think
momentum
you're
can be
right.
important. Starting the next set having,
Done something
won
right the
one
last
of the
few
last
games.
3 or 4 games is nowhere near as strong as just having won the 6-2 set.
Yeah, again, take it from me, completely irrelevant if the man that's won 2 sets 6 love today and still walked away the loser.
Yeah, I'm afraid I had
Tell
to
you
go and warm up after your first 6-love set.
30.
And did not look straightforward on the scoreline. Bertie must play very well though. He looked great in that first set, looked very established.
Good
And then you rocked him in the second set, and you looked very established. So I assume that just swung back and forth.
Bit of back and forth out there, absolutely. But yeah, and a bit like this one, the first set was to and fro game by game. Will's pulled away a little bit here, and like you say, he's going to be very keen to stamp his dominance and take the set and keep running away.
Laid a couple of chases. He's back at the service end.
Yeah, and third love up, of course.
Yep. I'm very happy about that position.
Cleanest railroad, but the penthouse. That's a great put away from there. Got a bit awkward, tight to the wall. He's done well to find it.
5.
Chase 5. Another railroad, do you think there's?
I reckon so.
That's good length. It's
good cut shot.
Awkward length.
Not his best serve.
15-40.
No, but well put away from Zach. Finding the wall just in front of Will. And floor before the back.
Lovely main wall.
Good to nugget.
Lovely Lovely, Maymore. It's a nice pace, that one. Not outrageously hard, but look,
Plenty hard enough the opponent can't walk over there and volley it, but not wild.
Yeah.
But both these guys have enough natural power, enough good timing on the ball. That's elusive.
Chase, more than the yard worse than the last gallery.
Off the band, a little bit unlucky.
Well then, Lewis, let's do a little bit of Q&A. Let's imagine that you're now in Zach's position, about to try and defend more than the yard worse, set point down. What's your choice of serve and why? What are you thinking? What are you worried about Will hitting in his response?
Probably a railroad. I think if you give him anything that's going too wide, he's very good at hitting last gallery.
And the upside of aiming for last is that you can afford to miss underneath, and it's still a pretty good shot.
Yeah,
So fair enough.
I think we've seen him do that already to beat. So is it better than last? In which case, ignore what I just said.
Better than last? Better than last. Oh well.
Ignore what I just
100
said.
arm twist.
Completely irrelevant.
That's over anyway.
Yeah.
And that is game.
Game
and
second set.
So you probably would have said, don't serve him an easy cut, actually. And unfortunately for Zach, the amount of spin that he put on that, it just really kicked and gave a clear one bounce to Will.
Yeah.
But he often serves that ball and it kind of hits 1.5 and it's a great shot.
It seems harsh. We've said it a couple of times. You can see a couple of good serves,
Great
edges,
serve, caught an edge.
and then they slide it away for a moment. It's almost like the harder the serve, the better they do with it.
Well, and me and Henry both found today that the most effective serves for both of us in the end were demi PKs and bobbles. Truth be told, railroads had their place, but I was trying to save them primarily for chases. One of the downsides with receiving a railroad when there's a chase somewhere better than second is that you can't really afford to kind of take it on and miss.
All the big dogs are arriving now. See Lewis Gordon here.
Down
Like a
on.
walking advert for Instagram advertisements. He's bought something else online. Can't help himself. Druids Golf Sweats. Boys Get Sad 2 t-shirt. He loves being sold to, this
Hazard than the
man.
yard and worse than the last gallery. 15 all.
Wow. What do we think Flynn's done differently then, Nino? What's he?
It looks to me that he is applying more consistent pressure with his return serve. I know we said that both guys were in the sub 50% service points one.
15 all, hazard chase.
It just looks to me like the rallies aren't continuing when he's at the receiving end.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'd be
Slightly better cut or a slightly better force or just whatever it is, he's ending the point quickly.
When we next see the stats, it'll be interesting to see what the latest service points was.
It'll be interesting if set 2 was any different.
I think
or
it will be.
significantly different.
Will appears to be looking a bit comfier from the service.
Well, and obviously the scoreline's likely to
of course.
lead to that, but no guarantees
He's just looking.
it's a great ball.
Oh my god, what a shot!
Will
What a
has
shot.
the ability, because he's so physically strong, to play that forehand volley without almost ever taking his racket face off the line.
Yeah, it's a lovely ball that one.
Most of us mere mortals are forced to bring our racket back and therefore off the line, even as that ball comes towards us. But Will's just unbelievably strong.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? He hit an outrageous shot like that.
And
Great shot.
then you get the sitter and net it. Yep.
Yeah. What's this one?
Timbre at pace, grill,
Real for me.
around the angles.
Right.
Could be a nick. Yeah.
Chase, better than 3.
I'm disappointed with that. That was an opportunity to finish that point.
Yeah.
And Zach's done well reading the manual timbre around the angles and found the net.
And got it back. Just got it back, and it's
set one
anything can
summary,
happen.
which was 42% points one, and then it looks like we're going to get the set 2, both up.
Yeah, but look at the
Zach
service
52.
percentage of one for Will there.
And then
30-40 chase,
Yeah,
better
sorry,
than
66% for Will. Is that what I'm saying?
so
That's
a
significant.
huge increase.
Significant. Yeah. Still no sign of any targets because.
And they're more the sorts of numbers we'd expect to see, aren't they? 52, 66 in
Yeah.
a 6-2 set.
Yeah.
That sort of,
Yeah, I think averaging out in the high 50s is what Ben says is the
yeah, and possibly
legit. And I will say at a club level, an amateur level, I think that's an even higher number.
far higher. I think the higher handicap brackets you go, the higher it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So you get
I mean,
some sort of
very
newer
simply,
players.
the biggest target on the court is that massive, stroke zone at the hazard end.
Yeah.
Sorry, time please. Thank you. Excuse.
Yeah, so both back to sort of normal territory. I wonder why that would be. Possibly just feeling each other out, getting used to the court a little bit, different courts. I wonder just maybe making a few more errors off the first ball at the service end. So get your serve in, the guy that returns it, making maybe a few more errors than they were before on that third ball they're running.
Yeah.
Or than they normally would, I should say. And now they're sort of getting more comfortable, moving a bit better.
I think they're both seeing it early. The fact they're both tracking around that, that main wall tam that goes around the angles, they're both getting those every time.
A lot of effort expended there. Yeah, so I think that, I know I certainly felt that first set when I played today was a little bit tentative, and then once we got going,
you're telling me I was 5-love down, so that's felt exactly the same.
Sounds like Henry wasn't very tentative to start with.
No, but I will. Henry's had the benefit. I think he told me today he'd had 8 sets already in this tournament in the qualifying. Before we played today, so he's played 13 sets. He says now.
There might be a disadvantage when it comes to his 13th set.
Yeah, no doubt,
breaks.
But it's not a massive surprise he started quite as quickly as he did. I mean, he started brilliantly. Very hard to see past that.
Here he is now, one of the young generation talents. Henry Hedman out there causing problems for all the incoming, decent players.
Assuming they're playing chase.
Advantage.
They were indeed.
Better than 3.
Great shot.
Better than 3 yards.
Good service.
Good defence, could be another force. It is.
God,
Another
great
good
volley
defence,
again.
that's the cut shot there.
Oh, that's incredible defence from Flynn there.
Yeah. Good hands, good
Very good
reactions.
hands. Acted well to force the pressure because good serve.
And eventually putting that volley on the floor, which obviously is, we all know is the most important aspect of volleying, really. Over
the net, on the floor. Keep it simple.
Whenever possible. Even though he's hit on down the middle, it's just forcing Zach into. He's robbed the time a little bit because he's got to play an oncoming ball. And it's always harder to attack an oncoming ball compared to one that's long.
In the second gallery.
Probably doubly true for these two players who are such good forces.
Particularly good off the back, aren't they, these two?
Yeah.
And she's better than 2. 2 chase.
Sometimes those slow ones, they're spinny, slow, just kind of dying
It's just very severe over
They're
there.
awkward.
I
I think Zach's cut volleys, he comes around the outside a lot. I feel like there's a lot of spin.
Yeah, there's a lot of side spin, a lot of curl.
And sometimes the slower one like that, it doesn't really pop out as much.
No.
So he's done well with that one. I think one of the potential downsides of that is it can go long, possibly a bit more
She's
regularly.
west in the second gallery.
We'll see Flynn starting to settle here. Doing some good stuff.
First half of this set's going to be quite important. Whichever one finds himself 2-1 up, Zach will think I can get to the finish line from 2-1 up, obviously. And Will be thinking, well, if Zach's going to win from here, it's a 5-setter.
Good anticipation from Zach there. Oh! Just
15 loves
probably
chase.
should have
Better
gone gallery
than
again now. I
2.
think Zach got in his head about the fact that he'd already covered
it,
galleries
yeah.
the first time.
Yeah, it does happen.
Flynn could have gone there and had a good chance to win the point, but tried to change it up and made the error. How much do you remember about these two? They obviously played last year in a 5-setter. How much do you remember about the scoreline and momentum of that one? I feel like it was 5 on the 5th.
Was it? I'll look
And
it
I
up.
seem to remember there being a big comeback or potential comeback. One of them I think was maybe 5-1 up and then got it all back to 5-all and then lost it, I think. But maybe we should do some research
The second gallery.
whilst commentating, figure out what happened.
30.
Whilst we watch this one. 30 love Eadle on chase. Going for a high one. What's he got in the locker? Oh, I thought it was high. Bit of disguise, that's what we got in the locker, I didn't even know. Oh yeah,
Great ball. Oh, well up.
great read. Lovely volley.
Yeah.
Great rest of tennis.
Fantastic,
Well played,
fantastic
chaps.
play for both.
Very good.
This last year, it looks like they played a match for 3 hours and 20 minutes. Zach went 2 sets to love up.
What's happened here? 15:30. That must be the other way around, I think.
And shakes worse than 2. Second gallery worse than 2. 15:30.
Yeah, it looks to me like last year's scoreline, Zach won 6-5 in the 5th.
some sort of issue, I think, with the scoring here. I think 15-30 was cool when Zach won the point.
Yeah, and then you've got right. 30-15 chases.
A little bit of a talk going on at the net. I didn't quite hear the details of it. Someone's 30-15 out, I don't quite know who.
30-15 receiver leads, chase the second gallery.
It's leading. Okay, second gallery. I doubted our tech wizards, and I've proven wrong. Second gallery, here we go. We're going to see. He's going to find last. It's going to be some sort of drive. Cut volley. It's the drive. Let's go volley. Force the error.
40-15, chase worse than 2.
Worse than 2. Force the error. It's a good play from Zach. One game all.
One game all.
So sorry, Nina, you were about to tell us about last year's match between these two.
Yeah, I've just looked at the scoreline from last year.
Sets toing and throwing, or?
No, Zach went 2 sets love up, 6-3, 6-4, and Will brought it back with a 6-1, 6-3, and then 6-5 in the 5th to Zach.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it doesn't sound like it can get much closer.
Pretty tight.
Very hard to tell about the form of these two.
Lovely shot from Flynn.
I mean, the last time they played must have been Tambator Petworth,
They played against each other.
I believe so, and I think Will won by actually quite a convincing scoreline in that one.
Is that right?
Something along the lines of 6-1, 6-love.
Worse than 5.
Wow. Okay.
But obviously, you know, Zach's really making a stronger showing here.
Well, yeah, and we sort of touched on earlier his route through the qualifying.
Yeah.
I think he ended up playing just one match.
40 love,
Believe,
chase
against
worse
He
than
played just one match against Bendit, and he won 6-love, 6-1, yeah, and I've just looked up the match between him and Will at Petworth was 6-1, 6-1 to Will.
Okay. So.
Mixed bag though, and looking at Zach's result sheet for the last year. He also had a 6-4, 5-6, 6-5 win against Lewis Gordon at Jesmond Dean. That couldn't be much tighter.
Wow. He's one of those players likes a tight long match and a sort of a gritty one.
Yeah, and I think if you were to poll
40 love.
the other professionals, I think that most of them would consider him to be good at a 5-all in the 5th type scenario.
Yeah, I think he seems to.
Positive.
One
And
more than he's lost.
Yeah, and it's easy to fall into a slightly hopeful, pushy scenario. You know, you hit a good shot and you hope your opponent doesn't get it back.
Yeah.
I think Zach's always been one to step up to the plate and have a go at whatever it is he's trying to play.
Yeah, well, let's see if it does go all the way this one. It was, I feel like he slowed Flynn down. Flynn was sort of running away with that last set, and it seemed like he's running away with this one.
Wouldn't stay up if I was him.
That's disappointing.
Second gallery, 15-40.
All that running to defend the chase.
The second.
Puts it on the penthouse. Very good. Let's have a little look at how next door's going on. 3-1 Woods Casey in. 3-2 Woods Casey in the 4th. Who's that?
15-40 server leads, chase the second gallery.
Well, Tim knows his position. There's no more messing around with me.
It's good to see the viewing gallery so busy on both courts.
Yeah.
Some students from Middlesex University watching in the side galleries of the West. Something I don't think I've ever seen before.
30-40.
No.
Good to see. We've got a pretty packed dead on as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then no doubt plenty of people watching the other match as well, which is I think was highly anticipated.
Yes. Well, I will say, I think this one, now obviously it's a late draw, but this is I think Ben wrote an article yesterday saying this was the tightest match in the entire first round on handicap.
Yes. Yeah. And
0.2 or 0.4 between them, something like that.
it's not like many of the matches in the following have been far away. In the first
No,
round, have been
they've
far away
not
on
been
handicap.
massively one-sided on anything.
But if this was
Well,
the
I mean,
tightest one,
I think me and Henry might actually be the single biggest difference on handicap, I
and that's
suspect.
still gone to 5.
And that's gone to 5 sets. Yeah. So there you go. anything can happen. Super Sunday.
Absolutely, what a day.
Does show though the benefits of moving to 2 courts. Not only we will enjoy more tennis during reasonable hours, but no one's going to be finishing at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully.
today, prime example, there's been a lot of 5 setters already.
Yeah. Well, and we could have another couple, couldn't we?
On my days, what a shot from Will Flynn. To save game point. Boast that off the main wall into the winning gallery.
From ankle height.
Incredible. It's times like that you just think you sort of run out of ideas. Zach's applied some good pressure there. And hit a nice, decent shot. Flynn's done that with it.
You just got to ride the storm with that kind of play, though, haven't you?
So I'm
Don't overthink it. Still worth 1 point. Yeah, well, you're always on the other end of it, aren't you?
Ooh, what's going on here?
Fizz backhand. Always gone for hold.
And he held it well.
Held it well, but Will clearly saw it. It's actually on top of it in the end.
Yeah, I think that's
Too close to his body. Sometimes that happens. How often have you found yourself, creep into the galleries or creep up on the town and they hit it straight to you and you think perfect, only to then
Net
fluff
it.
the thing because it was almost too.
The answer to that, Nina, is far too often. That's how I find myself in that position far too often. Oh, I've anticipated that. I've made the error.
Perfect. I knew he'd go. Oh God. Okay.
Okay, advantage server. Chase worse than the second.
Gone back to
gallery.
quite a tight match now. That second set, felt like Will was really pulling away, but Zach's done well to sort of hold him back. It's
1-all and taking its time, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh, that's good heat. That's too much heat.
I think Zach thought I was in the last gallery, as did I.
Yeah, we must have.
Nearly stopped there.
Juice.
It's not the best I've ever seen. Three straight. Pretty firm hitting there.
Juice.
I think considering that serve, he's done
Yeah,
alright.
considering how he started that point with defending a straight drive to his head, he's done. We'll take that. We'll take the chase. And that one.
Again, that looked like it was in the net
Chase
all
4 and
day.
5, better than second gallery and chase 4 and 5. Juice.
So these chases, Lewis, as a player, how you view these so differently. So you've got a fairly long chase in a kind of better than second. So you've got to be wary of a chip into last. You've got to be wary of a thick boast. You've got to be wary of a straight drive that's marginally better than that, or a cut shot. Whereas the second one, it's like 4 and 5. The
4
second
and
one.
5, yeah.
Juice chase better than the second
You're not really
gallery.
worried about the big force. They've got to really calm themselves
Takes away
down
a
and
lot
hit
of
the
options,
nick.
doesn't it?
Yeah, they can hit the boast, but they've got to hit it a deep, thick boast, or they can cut it. But essentially, you're basing yourself at the back of the court. There's no running down misses. And I think that really affects then how you choose to serve. Will has forced to serve railroad
4 and
there,
5.
knowing that Zach's got 4 or 5 options, but he's eliminated a couple, primarily the cuts,
Yeah.
by hitting that railroad long. Zach could still hit a straight force, he can still hit a drive underneath, he can still hit boast as he did, but at least he can't cut it. Whereas if you serve, like he's been forced on second serve here, we all know Zach wants to cut this ball.
Not into the net, I'd imagine.
Not into the net.
Juice.
Not into the net, but Will's thought process when he was trying to serve railroad there was make Zach force, cover your forehand.
Yeah.
If it's on target, hopefully you get it back. But if it's off target, you won the point straight away.
Yeah, and these are the sorts of intricacies tactically that we see as the level of tennis we watch gets higher and higher.
And I think it's some of those things that hopefully people at home would like to hear a little bit about why the pros vary their serves in the way they do, and just because they won a point with their last serve, why aren't they serving the same way again? And what are they looking for? What are they covering? What are they offering up to their opponent? At this level, you cannot expect a bad return. You're going to get a good return. You can essentially opt for one of 2 or 3 different types of good return. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, I think it becomes...
Assuming you serve well.
Yeah, you're no longer in a position where you're expecting to win the point. It will happen occasionally, but it's not really going to happen too often.
Yeah.
It's then limiting your opponent into a couple of options that suit you, and obviously fewer options you can limit to, the easier it is to tell where they're going to go and what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So Or you get certain players where they're not quite strong in certain areas.
Yep.
Let's say someone's their cut volley is particularly good, you might try and avoid that altogether.
Yep.
Or
Yep, quite
forcing's
right.
particularly good, you might try and force them into something a volley.
Or obviously your own strengths being set. So you might decide that you're particularly good volleyer, and therefore, even though they're a good forcer, you're going to serve it long and let them force because your volley is exceptional.
Yeah.
Or if your volley's terrible, you'll do everything you can not to let them force.
It's good to think about these things for the viewers at home and it's good rest.
15
I think tactically, I was explaining to a few members from Leamington camp to watch some tennis today, and we got chatting afterwards, sort of saying how much you can learn from watching. Whether that's in person live, where you get a bit of a better idea of the pace and the movement, but even online, you can see the stats and you can see where people stood and what choices they're making, and areas of the court that get particularly peppered and why that might be. It's definitely, you can learn an awful lot from watching good tennis, like these chaps.
Oh, that's good.
Lucky.
Chase worse than the door. 15 all.
I feel like this could be a little turning point here. So 2-1 Flynn, 15 all. I think if Flynn was to win this game and keep some momentum going,
yeah.
wouldn't stun me if he started to pull away. But
If you keep talking like that,
30
he's
makes
going to
a
net
few errors
it.
and I keep cursing him.
Cursed him, yeah.
Zach, is certainly determined and, like I say, gritty enough to go from there.
30 all.
How's it coming next? Both are going to feel like they can win that next one. Oh, that's really unlucky.
That is
40-30, hazard chase worse than the
It's just one
door.
of those things you just don't like to see.
especially when you're about to come to service and try and defend the hazard. Although, as we pointed out earlier, these guys both serving railroad spinning back much better
Yeah, Zach's been serving that
than
railroad
historically.
well, I think.
Well, Will's serving at least a hard, heavy, fast, straight one. It's not giving Zach a big window for the galleries, and truth be told, the further you force your opponent up the court, the bigger the net gets.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, as long as he doesn't hit a railroad to actually lose hazard chase, which I know I've done in the past.
Well, how's it worse than the door? That'd be a hell of a
It's a
railroad.
hell of a railroad.
If you can serve
Yeah,
that
Zach's
one.
not
Even
that
you
easy.
probably couldn't manage
No,
that.
no. Even Will wouldn't want to go playing
And
that.
that's one up in Boston qualifying the US Open.
Not really remember it vividly. I think John was Casey.
My head in my hands for that one.
Winning it by just leaving the thing.
Oh, it's gone big.
Game. 3 games to 1.
Decent. So that would have been a hell of a
Okay,
shot if you pulled that
so
up.
I think this is the biggest game. Although that one was important.
Yeah, I think it's
Obviously
easy
we
to
all-
say that one's been won by Will Flynn, obviously. But yes,
Yeah.
I think you're right. This one is a monumental game.
It's not.
Started.
But it's not good.
Oh wow!
Great
Wow!
ball.
See how low that stayed.
He's cut it off the sidewall.
Incredible shot. He's going to need some more like that if he's going to stop Flynn pulling away to 4-1.
If we all keep sitting on the penthouse, Zach's pretty good at putting them away. That's where it's tougher.
Second bounce.
Yeah, but a nice safe response from Will. He hit the floor on Zach's backhand.
Jeez, that's terrifying, isn't it?
Zach was ready to get out of the way,
Yeah, absolutely.
as he should be. There aren't many that you regret hitting the ball half at the back wall against more than Will.
30 love 7.
He's
If any.
got that level of pace where the first thought is for self-preservation, then maybe play some tennis afterwards if you get a chance.
Worse than the yard, 30 love.
That's in the yard. Nice shot there from Flynn. Get himself out the receiver's end. As we said, his service point 1 is now pretty high numbers. That's a good shot. I think getting the serve for him needs to be sort of a fairly high priority, despite how good his forcing is.
Yeah. More forcing, should be viewed as a kind of it tides you over while you're receiving him. Someone serves the ball long.
That being said, he's forcing pretty well now.
He's forcing brilliantly.
30.
And people can get quite carried away about trying to win games from receiving it because you're hitting a lot of targets. And I do understand that games are won from there, but I think generally matches are not.
Yeah,
You know,
I think that's
just
fair.
because of the layout of the court and the
Oh, that's a little bit lucky.
rules of the game. If you're playing particularly
Zach
well,
feels the same. Bit of frustration there.
yeah, understandably.
The age
I'm not
old
sure that's where Will was aiming. So.
overhit your cut volley a little bit and it floats in the dead on.
Well, overhit and hit it down the middle.
Yeah,
Most of us accidentally hit that one off an angle.
Not ideal, but
Will take it.
I'm sure he will. And like we said, it's a big game.
Big game.
He's managed to.
Put himself 40-30 with a 1-yard chase. Zach may be hitting this one hard. Will attempt to serve something either short or coming across Zach, I predict.
Could be.
He's gone short. And
It's good extra bounce.
took an
there
extra
for him.
bounce, yep.
Made it awkward for Zach
Yeah.
to control.
Engage.
Just like that, 4-1.
Forward.
Yeah.
You think how tight this set was at the start?
That one all went back and forth forever, and even the one I loved took some time.
Yeah.
Good shot.
That was great cover.
That was good defence, yeah. What did he get for it? Good ball. I think I heard a shout from the next court. That was probably Tim.
Some yelling, I agree. Although Woodcote has been known to yelp on occasion.
Didn't sound Australian.
There was no Aussie twang to it, I agree. Sounded like a yank.
I don't know what happened, but at the moment it is 4-3 John Woods Casey.
Chase, half a yard.
Well left from Eadle there. Just missing the grill, just going for a hazard. So I think if either of these guys win today, I don't think it's either their biggest career win. You know, I think it'd be a good win, good solid win.
Yep.
But on the other court, I think if Woods Casey wins that match, I think that's got to be his career best win.
Biggest career win, yeah, fair enough.
That I can think of, yeah, that would be big
Well, hang on, we just established he beat me in Boston once, so.
in the qualifying.
Okay, fair enough.
Good get.
That was a great get.
Flirting with the devil.
100 mile out grill.
Aim the fat boys.
Another good drive underneath.
Yeah.
He's got it back again. Zach is retrieving brilliantly.
Yeah, some good defence. Can't retrieve that.
No, it's hard to cut that one. It is now 5-3 to John Woods Casey on the other court. I will keep you updated.
Fantastic. 4-1, 30-15, I believe, on here. Zach looking
It's a
little
shame
bit
that Zach's had
frustrated.
3 or 4 good retrieves there.
Yeah, it almost hurts more, doesn't it?
Almost
It's like
does,
you've
yeah.
worked a lot. You've worked a lot to try and get into that really.
I don't tend to do it often, so I don't get to experience that pain.
It's a lot better shot from him. Just a good cut volley, forced the error from Will. Service points won. Zach's still sub 50%. Will's at 54% currently.
Wound back down, although I suppose that's the average from the first and second set as well.
Yeah, of course.
Shot.
It's good play.
40-30. Hazard chase, half a yard.
Hazard half. Yeah, I mean, momentum appears to be with Flynn at the moment.
Tim's putting up a strong fight on the other court. He's gone 30 love up in this game. He's laid 2 chases of better than a yard and better than 3. He's
Pretty
about
good.
to go and serve to defend them.
Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. So what would you be doing differently here if you're Zach? What's going through your mind?
That's a good question.
Not specifically with this one point, but is there any tactical changes you make? Is this time to change the game plan?
I mean, me and Zach have very different games and different strengths. So, question of what I would do versus what I think Zach should do, I think is slightly different. I personally would be
5 games.
serving serves to throw Will out into the middle of the court a bit more. Try and encourage him to chip the ball into my backhand corner, even if that means him taking galleries and change. But Zach has such a strong forehand and is a good retriever, and generally speaking is quite happy to just deal with whatever Will
some
hits.
comments on the chat for next door.
50 left.
Max Truman trying to keep his job. He's fire up tucks. He's trying to, make sure he's well aware. Tim's well aware of how he's supporting him. Shout out to Max, missing you this year. And then none other than the world champion and Tim's doubles partner, giving it the old "Let's go, Tim." So I'm sure they'll be tuning in over there. We'd love to hear some comments from you guys on this match. If there's anyone in ready to let us know what they're thinking. What maybe the viewers at home, what would they do?
What would they do? Yeah, if you were Zach,
You tell us.
what would you do? Very happy to hear any points of view.
And chase better than 6. Chase 3 and chase better than 6.
Feeling a little bit
15 love receiver.
resigned to this set, if I'm honest. But I wonder if he'll.
I think he'll just wait to go again in the next set.
It wouldn't surprise me. I feel like at the end of a set feels like a natural time to sort of reboot and reset.
Yeah, that does happen.
We see that a lot.
happened in our match as well. I think at 2-1 me, Henry went off for a bathroom break, came back firing all cylinders, won the next set pretty quickly, pretty convincingly. And then at 2-all, I had to have an injury timeout, but it seemed to benefit me. And managed to sink that last one. Tim has fought his way back to 4-5 on the other court.
Wow.
And he's at 30 level up and about to go down the receiving end to try and beat a worse than 3.5 yard.
So lucky doing that really good.
Yeah, and that was not far away from being a great backhand.
Getting a hell of a view of Darren Long here. Just whacking deep heat in all sorts of areas.
That's going to happen.
Left that one for a hazard.
15-30.
Flynn's going to be very keen to just get this set
Yeah, get this one over the line, and then have a reset and think about the start of the next set. Yeah, get the first.
I don't know if he'll be thinking reset though.
No. But I just mean, you've got to you go brilliant. I've won the set. Very happy. 2-1 up. Perfect. But don't let, because that's going to come out in the next set hard, because he's got nowhere to go.
Exactly.
And it's very easy to
backed into the
accidentally
corner,
find
as they
yourself.
say.
Yeah, and it's easy to find yourself kind of coasting at the same intensity as before, while the other guy suddenly builds momentum because he's really throwing everything at it.
Yeah, he's sort of fired up, and we know a fired up Zach Eadle is a pretty dangerous player to be up against.
15-30 server leads. Hazard worse than 2. Hazard chase.
He's gone for the galleries, but that's
difficult.
40-15. Chasing yard worse than the second gallery.
So if you're Eadle here, are you thinking get some games on the board, just start?
I think it's. I definitely
it?
think even if you end up losing the set, it's not worth just rolling it over, because Will's won the majority of it. Oh, there you go.
It's one way to do it.
Games. 2 games.
Biggest available target.
Don't see that one too often, do you?
No, not often. But
Seen it a bit more in the game recently. 2-5. So you're thinking, if you're Zach, you're thinking, right, let's get a few games on the board.
you never know. He could win
Probably
the set
not
from
gonna
here,
win the
but
set.
if you're not going to win the set, at least make it
Got
feel
something to
like
think
Will
about.
hasn't won. 4 of the last 5 games, 4 of the last 6. If you
a
can,
gift.
yeah, if you can just try and win 2 or 3 of the last, 3 or 4 games, kind of thing.
And
Just
if you find
momentum's
yourself
just
at 4-5 or something,
great.
all of a sudden,
You never know. And you never do know.
Worse than the second gallery.
Yeah, we've certainly seen it
15
before.
low. All.
Pressure's a funny
Yeah,
thing, isn't
yeah.
it? Will makes a couple of errors. Zach gets a little bit more confident. It is.
Well, and
We do see it.
I did it multiple times today where I actually stopped to change ends to have a look at the tablet. I couldn't even remember what the game score was. You just get a feel for the momentum. Sometimes you play for 10 minutes, you feel like you should be 3 love up, but actually it's it's only 1 love and juice because they put up a really good fight. And
30 all.
sometimes you hit 2 good shots, you win 2 points immediately. The other court has gone to 5 all.
Wow.
Just FYI.
Another 5-all next door. Chisholm not coming up. It's really like to see it. It's good. Not world doubles champion for nothing. Not one of the greatest in singles for nothing.
Chase
Looks like Lewis Gordon's forgotten how headphones work. Got them wrapped around the back of his head instead. Must be in the way of his hair. There's one man that doesn't struggle on comms, don't you, Ray?
Think.
He's not here. So yes. No, it's good. Zach putting up a good little fight in this one. I thought he might sort of fold over like a leaf, but he seems to have just
40-30 receiver
got it
leads.
going again.
Chase worse than the second gallery.
See what he's got here. Worse than second. He's going to be looking for the galleries, I would imagine. Drive or gallery.
Oh.
That's what I'd be thinking. Let's see what he's got. Gets a look at second serve.
Worse than second. Up.
Left.
He's going to hit hazard.
Ooh.
going to miss, hasn't?
That's a good ball.
That's a good shot, but it does expose that second gallery.
Good hands.
Zach just making him hit win off the floor. Good thinking, and there it is.
Just runs and it's mental manual.
It's a major on the full volley.
Like you said, it's
Yeah.
just sort of edging his way back.
And Zach will feel even if he loses a set now, at least Will's not got the momentum with him. Zach will be hoping that, even if he loses right now, he can go 2-love up in the next set straight away. And
Yeah, these sorts of things make a difference. I think
They do.
these big long
They do.
matches.
I mean, there are some exceptions where, we've watched Rob in the past in World Championship scenarios, almost completely switch off for a set to recuperate, and
Nice finish from Flynn there.
but very few of us are able to suddenly switch back on.
It's hard, isn't it?
It's impossible. He's the only guy I've seen that does it. So obviously,
Yeah, sort of dipping in and out is quite
yeah,
a
it's
challenging
tricky.
skill.
It's tricky.
Certainly intentionally doing it.
I definitely dip in that by accident. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
that's a great
hands
hands
from
from
Flynn.
Rob. Yeah. Lovely line
I
length.
love, right. Is this going to be the one?
Probably.
For Will, yeah.
Awkward.
15-30.
Awkward. Possibly a little bit nervy. He's going to know if he loses 4-5, it really does get nervy.
Yeah, and
That is
it's
scary
amazing
territory.
how much more nervy it is when you were previously 5-2 up or
Yeah.
wherever he was.
I don't want to be the guy that's lost from 5-1 or 5-2.
5-2 or wherever it was. It's weird that because it almost shouldn't matter. You are still 5-4 up. However that came about, but as is the psychology of sport, right?
I read a very interesting article from Mr. Ivan Robertson in the Chase what's the thing they do in the
Chase first?
Chase the First? Yes, and he's talking about the value of all points is not the same,
Which is true.
oh, that's pretty unlucky. Eadle slipped,
40-30.
fallen, slipped, tried to lead for hazard, but it's gone for a stroke. Seen that a couple of times out here today.
Yeah,
Henman on the floor.
Henman took. I mean, at match point down, he
Yeah.
dove over and got him back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all sorts going on.
That's another blood on score. I think
So
Henman.
we go, let's
I think
look
he
at this
dived in his double.
replay from Eadle. Let's have a look at what we've got over here. I'm looking at a screen with about 12 camera shots on it. I've got no idea what the viewers at home are seeing, but okay. Yeah, it's like a sort of Wayne Rooney knee-side celebration I'm seeing from Eadle there.
I mean, no, hang on. It's a T&RA knee slide celebration. I know you're not a
Thierry's,
massive
mate.
football fan, but
Nor am I as old as you.
oh, harsh. Could work out. That could work out as well. And all God,
That is bizarre
not
rally.
not their cleanest rally, but effective.
One way to save set point.
Match point on the other court for John
Casey.
Casey. He's got to beat Tim and 1 and 2. Yes.
Advantage.
Again,
Yeah.
bit of
This
frustration
is
from
getting
Flynn.
close. And this is what we all said it before. This is what Zach is very good at.
asking the question.
Yeah. When it gets tight, he actually gets better at finding his targets and pulling off the shots rather than worse.
That's a good ball.
Cool.
He's better in the yard.
Oh, looks like Will's just had to knocked up his sails a little bit.
And I mean, if Zach does win the set from here, that could feel pretty heavy.
That would be damning. Here's the Eadle slip up. What's he done? Tripped over his own feet? Looks like someone's tied his shoelaces together.
I'm sure he'll really appreciate that when he watches this back.
God, look at that in reverse.
Yeah. Something about this this modern T&RA media team that when someone has a fall, they really like
Sadists.
to milk it. Yeah. I remember when you did your ankle
Why are
at
they
the
chuckling
French
whilst they do it as well?
and Ben just went back and forth, just watching your ankle go over.
Yeah.
No, there you are. Possible career-ending
It's handy, to be
injury.
honest.
Chase is better in the
It was
yard.
handy. I could show it to the physio. I was
Yeah,
like,
it was
this
really
is-
helpful. Yeah. Here's what I did from all angles.
Yeah.
Slow-mo replay. In reverse.
Cameraman chuckling.
Zoomed in.
What have we got here? Better than the yard.
Dave.
Just
And that's game.
Eadle's done
4
well.
games to 5.
30 love down in that
Five,
one.
yeah.
4-5, a bit of pressure. Slight head
You
down.
can feel the tension here as Molly's on Instagram just scrolling.
Yeah, she,
Oh no, sorry,
oh my God, that's it.
she appears to be on the stream,
Crossbar it in.
which is very confusing because she's sat in the reverse gallery.
Looks like me. She's watching makeup tutorials over there. Molly May's outfit of the day. Oh no, she's just on Tinder. No. What's happening? There's a lot of clapping. Good shot from Eadle. Good pick up. Ooh, bit loose. Oh, he's held it and he's gone dead on. 30 love.
30.
30 love from the last one as well, though,
It was, yeah. It's difficult, this. I know me and you have similar feelings about this. Actually, in a really weird way, contrary to everything we said, you're almost at the wrong end.
40 love.
Because although we know you win matches from the service end, the level of positivity when you're at the receiving end, right? You get to hit the first aggressive shot.
It's the second
I
gallery.
think I thought love getting a second look chase is sensible.
Well, so there's a real element of, you know, you're at the service end and you're serving it up and then trying to deal with whatever they give you.
I think, like you say, over the course of 1, 2, 3 points, you
Yeah.
feel like you're pretty
Yeah.
good from the receiver's end. It's not an issue. But over the course of 10 points,
Yeah,
statistically-
it's when someone rattles off games, it's very hard to rattle off multiple games in a row from receiving end. And it's not just because receiving is harder, but
40 love.
the way the game works,
Second
if you hit
gallery.
good shots, good cut shots into corners, you will invariably end up at the service end.
yeah.
So, you know, it's a bit of a self-fulfilling kind of
So
prophecy.
sort of outrageous target guys, you sort of Darren Longs and Nick
Yeah.
Howells and Rob Faves. Oh my God,
Lost the chase.
that's unlucky.
And that's the sets.
That's the set. Hard way to lose
Two
it.
sets to 1.
But like you say, at
He has
5-1
he's
or
halted
whatever
the
it
momentum.
was,
Right now, actually, you know, how confident is each player feeling? Zach has to be glad that he's not rolled over at 6-2 or... And it is 2 sets all on the other court.
Unbelievable.
Tim Chisholm has won that set
There's
6-5.
life in the old dog yet. Life in the old dog.
Yeah,
Chisholm
and
still got
Tim's
it.
still out there, yeah.
Just to recap there, Mr. Flynn winning that set, getting over the line in the end. It get a bit tight. I think it was 5-1 up, and
Yeah.
then Zach battling back got to 4-5.
Service percentage still a noticeable difference, though.
54% versus 48.
48.
Ben's not pressing the dead-on grill winning gallery bonus.
No, that's been...
Reminder,
that's been
reminder to those at home, you can ignore the target stats, which is, you know, Darren
Ben
Long's
Ronaldson
nightmare.
has
It's the first
a
thing he
single
sees.
flaw, and that is it. Jack, you can't go and educate him on it. I mean, Ben must
Right.
be shown.
Fourth set of this
How's he not
humdinger.
doing
2 sets to 1 to the server.
Next door as well, 2 sets apiece next door.
Yep. Tim Spears are taking a break, and John's practicing his grills.
Yeah, I mean, again, testament to the guys organising the tournament for going to the 2-court method. 'Cause
Thank God.
another 5-setter over there. We've
Yep.
just got 4 over here.
It's currently 6 p.m. and the final match on this court today was supposed to go on
5 p.m. I
at
believe.
5.
Yeah,
This is not that match.
yeah. You know, that's without any issues to court sweating or anything like that.
Yep. Which is why last year we had the schedule. The last match of the day went on actually a bit earlier on this court, on the West Court. That was you and Bryn, I believe.
Yeah.
And the second last match of the day, which was me and Lewis Gordon, we were due to go on at 5 maybe. I think he was going on at 7.
Yeah.
We went on at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
and finished at 2:30 or something like that in the morning. And poor old John Woods case, he stayed to market. Bless him.
Well, chat.
The lights went off. Lights went off halfway through.
Let's hope that his goodwill is paid in kind today. When there's
Yeah.
when it gets tight over there.
Tim won't be hoping for that.
See if karma pays off for him. Right then, 30-15 Flynn. Like you say, he has won that last set, but it didn't feel
He
comfortable
has,
by
but
the end.
yeah, it's not.
I think he'd be a
He
little
won't.
bit rattled.
You know, if Zach hadn't put up that fight, the 10 minutes that Zach spent winning games there might have just been the start of this set, and Will could have been, peppering that grill more and more and be 2 or 3 love up.
Yeah, I agree.
Momentum is a funny thing. It's very hard to control.
40. Fair.
Zach doing some good things here though. Good pressure from the cut volleys. Flynn just taking a moment, knock that ball away, compose himself. Serving by here, a little high number. Not that high as it turned out.
Got away with it.
Yeah, I think that's one of those scenarios, isn't it? You'd rather it rolls out for a fault.
No doubt, yeah.
Then it lands there and Zach gets full swing at literally the whole court.
Yeah, a fairly common misconception, despite the fact that both me and you serve fairly important double faults today. But generally speaking, a fault is actually better, especially first serve fault, obviously, is better than serving a loose ball, a really loose ball.
Yeah.
Because, you know, your second serve should be a 7 out of 10 bobble or demi PK or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd rather hit a fault than a really bad serve.
Yeah, yeah. Take an extra round.
Follow up with that.
Yeah.
Good bobble second serve. He's ended up winning the point.
And Queen's Club's a very good club for the bobble.
Yeah.
And bobble's an underrated serve anyway. You know, if you look at our current world champion, I mean, not exclusively, but he tends to favour the bobble as, you know, first serve on most courts, most tournaments nowadays.
Yeah. It's good.
Even though he has to
He's a
walk
good
all the way around
bobbler.
it being left-handed. Well, I think his thought process is he can just stand at the back of the court and pretty much deal with whatever you can hit from back there.
Yeah, it's pretty good strategy if you're as good as he is.
Yes.
15 all.
Flynn just making a couple of errors in this early part of this set. See if he can get back on track.
30.
Good pressure from Eadle though.
It's good pressure, yeah.
Force.
Will moving towards the sidewall,
40-15
which was
chase.
a tad long in the end.
Better than 2. Server leads, chase better than 2. And game 2 games to love.
There we go.
2 love Eadle.
And as we were talking about, Zach halting the momentum a little bit for Will in the last set. Appears to have worked in his favour for the beginning of this set.
That's an unbelievable one again because he's hit quite a good serve in the end. An awkward serve. And then
Will's
3 times I've looked
backpedaled
up
and swept it into the main wall deadlock.
Yep, it's happened 3 times now. I think, that's a nasty little serve. Bam, main.
That's a terrible serve, so let's see if that's...
Yeah, I'll probably win this point now. Oh, it's done well.
Long shot. Lewis Williams will turn inside that one. Maybe Will should as well. There it is. That's a good shot.
It's good rest. Good rest all round. It's like watching Will Todd at Leamington. That was an absolutely stunning play. Solid as a rock.
I've been lucky enough to never have to watch Will Todd anywhere.
A lot more luscious locks going around the court when he's on play.
40 love.
I miss that moustache he used to have. Very charismatic. Only flies in Australia though, I hear.
I don't know about that. It's the time of year for it. Not seen a single Movember moustache in the real tennis community.
Oh yeah, good point.
Game.
Well, me and you both have beards year round to hide our faces. So
Pretty quick there from Flynn. Get the game on the board. I think that was, very positive from that because
Yeah.
if he'd have gone 3 love down there, that could have been, real problems for this set. Again, it's him that's managed to stop Zach's momentum in that instance. What's going here, big force? Yeah, it's a pretty effortless pace. Managed to set a chase.
Chase worse than 5.
There we have it.
Zach must have been really looking for the volley there because that.
But it only went out to worse than 5. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't the quickest. He didn't even make an attempt really to chase it.
15
Just
love.
again, random errors from Flynn. Just can't quite see why.
Well, talk about the technicalities of volleying that demi PK on the miss. Because the ball's dropping, it's quite hard to get a proper cut on it. And you're kind of coming almost over the ball that's already on its way down, so you've got to account for that and aim a bit higher. I'm sure Will knows all of this, but if you only see 1 a set, or it's really difficult to make sure you adjust immediately. That's long.
This last
Shot.
Does that make him pay the price? Good get.
Up the line.
Down the line.
Oh, we both called it and we'd both been wrong.
Yeah.
Well, if we'd covered that straight time, we'd be okay for us.
Yeah. Something like that. Played the percentage shot, hasn't he? cross court on the back end. That's what you teach. And that's down the line, modern stuff.
PG, less than 5 and a yard less than the last gallery.
See a little replay from main dead on from Mr. Flynn. We got 30 love Eadle, 2 chases.
Chase worse than 5.
Worse than 5. Here we go. Big cut volley, surely.
Yeah. Good ball.
It's good pressure.
It's difficult.
40
Nice
love,
area.
chase the yard worse
Catch the
than
main ball
last
just
gallery.
in front of Will's forehand.
A yard worse than last. This is to go 3-1. Surely not another 5-setter. It's a good ball, great volley.
Not
Won the
back.
chase.
Won the chase.
And game. 3 games to 1.
3 games to 1.
Yard worse than last that went to. Beyond it.
Right, go on then, Lewis. Let's put the bets on. 5-setter or not 5-setter?
At this stage, I'm thinking 5-setter.
Yeah, I've got to agree with that.
Momentum is with Eadle.
So like in the last set though, we talked about it at 3-1. Said this is the big one, right?
Sure. This is a big game.
2-3,
2-3
close game.
versus
4-1,
is
big lead.
monumental difference. Yeah.
Good ball.
That's pretty good. But momentum
Target
is-
hitting from both.
Yeah.
It's a shame we'll never get to see the stats on it.
Well, you know, such is life. Someone's going to have to go back and count or something. Give Vic some homework to.
I'm going to see if I can educate one alternate in between this one and the next one. There's another one. So this game so far has gone grill, dead on, grill.
Exactly. What odds would you get another dead on? This ball potentially.
Nah.
Second gallery.
Gallery though, no, another target.
Thirty,
Yep.
Another opening. Neither of them keen to get the ball on the floor.
No. Doesn't suit either of them to keep the rally going. Both on the taller than average and heavier than average side of the scale, I think, for real tennis players.
Such a way with words.
Well,
He's put four young
takes
men
one to know one, right?
taking shots.
Well, I was told that on the male side of the game, there's only ever been one world champion over 6 foot tall.
Who's that? Chris Ronaldson?
Chris Ronaldson.
Yeah, I mean, I think over time people get taller as well, though, right?
Yeah, well, no doubt. But you know,
lot
if you were to
more people
run
these days
that
over
by the
6
lawn tennis, you know, obviously you're going to see
Yeah.
vast majority above 6 foot tall.
Yep.
Height's always been an advantage in that game.
Very true.
Camden
Ball stays a
Camden
lot
seems to be
lower
fairly certain that the next
chase the second gallery.
goat to come along is going to be 6'5" with a massive wingspan and just take it, cut everything off. That's his,
that right?
That's his thoughts, or at least last time I spoke to him about it. That was his.
Wow. Okay.
He says when he trains, he does some movement training with some top kind of collegiate lawn tennis players in the US, and that's a great rest.
Did we see
That's a
that?
great rest.
Oh wow. That's a proper clap. Thunderclap from Lewis Gordon in the front row.
Molly missed it, still on the phone.
Yeah, she's still watching Molly May. That's a great serve. That's a good real tennis flair shot from Eadle, that last one. Then backs up with a nice
Well,
volley.
there's another one.
Last gallery. 30 foot.
I don't know if this is the replay. This could be it.
The dip, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, the tweener.
Proper like whip on it as well. Wasn't like normally you hit the tweener and you sort of do
You lift it,
everything
you lift
just
it to hope get it over, yeah.
just to get the thing on the strings. But he's like properly
Gone
whipped
for
that.
it.
Great angle as well. Schenkman's going to be loving it when he sees that.
30-40. Server leads chase the last gallery.
Good cut volley, just from the floor before
Just
the back
from
wall.
it,
Tough those ones. You think, oh, this can go back wall. You leave it, feeling positive,
Yep.
and just catches the floor.
We've all
first.
done it the other way as well, where you dive in, try and retrieve the 1 yarder, only for it to hit back wall first and pop out to 4. You feel like a chump.
Better than that. That's a big point, that.
Advantage.
What's Flynn got here?
Good service.
It's a good serve.
Wide.
Can he put it away? Stay tight. Oh my god, that's nearly in straight.
Oh,
It's going to be frustrating with that one.
And that's game 2 games.
Felt like a
3,
big game.
fourth set.
now we're at 2-3.
And again,
Back to being anyone's game.
yeah, and again, trying to sort of trace the momentum. It's hard. Oh my god. Great shot, great volley. Oh, great thud.
Will has got some big, strong legs. They're hard to get out of the way sometimes. Good heat to them.
Took that one in the calf.
Yep. I've no doubt our fantastic broadcasters will have all sorts of replays of
Another
that.
good straight force. Yeah, the Sadis will be back.
30.
Very good force from out there. So it's like one of those weird players where you're like, the angrier he is, the better his sort of straight forcing gets. You're like, he's just taking this Mach 10 and they're going in.
Yeah. And he's
Almost need to be nice to
particularly
play him a
astute at hitting right on the body line, which means you don't really see it coming. The ball just gets a bit bigger.
You might have gone a bit OTT there.
Ah, well, we've all done that one. If he hits like that, 2 out of 3 is not bad.
I think it's enough to win.
Yeah, very hard to stun those onto the floor. So you stand there and you hope they miss.
Better serve.
Good
Nice
width.
shot. Just missing the timbre.
Yeah.
Lovely shot. Arguably better than hitting the timbre in that instance.
Yep. Yeah, if you can get that ball into the space underneath the grill without your opponent cutting it off, that's actually the best result from that, I think. Because even if your opponent can now get to it, it's very hard for them to get that ball back across court.
Good. 40, 30.
Whereas weirdly, straight timbre, those are vicious change of direction on it. If they've picked it, nudging it towards the backhand corner is a little easier.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. So,
Good heat from Zach.
just
Game.
all out attacking that game. It's paid off.
2.
Yeah.
4-2 up.
There's not been a change of ends yet, which is why we've not been able to see any particularly exciting replays. I know you're all clamouring for. Not the cleanest, but effective.
Force the stroke, yeah. Again, points 116 versus 114.
Not a
Will
lot.
Flynn's favour. But like we said, the key thing is the set score, which is currently 2-1 Flynn.
It's good serve
50
from Will.
all.
As long as you can,
good.
as long as you can back him up. The longer he leaves it, the tougher it gets because the
That's
back ball's creeping up on him.
That is
That's
danger
a
territory.
bad
It's a lovely shot.
It's a great finish, but at this level, you can't expect to get away with that.
Yeah, especially against a player like Zach, where that's his.
Yeah.
I would say that's his strength, is that sort of target hitting, forcing.
Well, I think Zach's a weird one, right? Where you'd go ahead and say actually his retrieving, I'd argue, is also very good, and his finishing of points is very good. So, by definition, he must be weakest in the kind of middle ground of rallying.
Lovely. Jess is going to go get us a few celebrations by the looks of this. That's good. Thanks, Jess. Appreciate it. Yeah, just all out attack.
Fire with fire, though.
Oh, he's gone. There comes a stage, isn't it? It's like, have I gone for one too many? And I think the answer there is yes.
Or have I tried to go too big with that particular
He's
one?
gone a bit big with that one.
If it goes flying into the dead on, we all think it's an amazing
I
shot.
know, that's the thing, isn't it? It's a balancing act.
That one could get wobbly. He's going to cut it away. He's gone to 4-1 though. It's a good hold.
Oh my god.
I think Zach thought that was not coming back.
Well, I thought it was not coming back.
Yeah, fair enough.
Get
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Flynn.
It's a great go.
Advantage.
Fizz. Let's go caught that take this time. That sound you can hear, ladies and gentlemen, is Lewis Williams unwrapping a Milky Way. I expect there to be at least 6 more of those. Not all Milky Ways. Good heat, good defence.
Let's just start the Milky Way. Inoffensive.
Yard. Better than
Fair
the
enough.
second gallery.
Oh, racket's gone.
That's quite a big moment for it as well.
No warning
Not
from Ben
sure I
though.
deserve that.
I think I've seen one warning today. Was it Bertie got a warning in the match versus you, didn't he?
That is true.
Unusual. Normally a very well behaved boy, Bertie. Must have been really frustrating him.
Yeah, obviously it didn't work.
Not enough. Should have goaded him into a match concession.
Hooping, wallowing from next door. Something big must have happened.
Don't know what it could be. It's currently 2-1.
Just a good rally, no doubt.
Must be.
Yards better than the second galley.
It's quick.
On the chase,
An awkward line.
game. 3 games to 4.
Keeps pegging it back, Lewis.
Good stuff from Flynn there.
Keeps dragging it back in.
Oh, this feels like it could go very tight, this one.
Well up.
It's a good play.
Chase 2.
Still
down though,
anyone's
chase.
match. So. Good shot. Well played.
Loose.
Yeah, good ball.
I said earlier in the commentary, one of Zach's big strengths is if you give him a loose forehand.
Oh, absolutely.
And the two I've sort of said it on, talked about it on his slotted away grill. So,
Yeah,
oh my
but
god, great volley as well.
I'm not sure quite how he's able to do it as well as he does, but he hits such a weighty, clean, low over the net ball.
He's clearly out there practicing that shot regularly.
I think credit's got to go to Mark Eadle, who spent most of Zach's childhood barking at him to get his racket back and step into the ball, finish strong. And it's something that Zach has, I mean, to be fair, has really got hold of on his forehand side. Different how different things work for different people, though.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing.
Well, because
look at
you're
the
good at
players
that
today.
forehand corner as well, but I wouldn't say it's the same form. Yeah, the way you strike it, even the way you grip the racket's different.
30 love
It's more stylish, mine, I agree.
Yeah, that's one way of defining it, I suppose.
No, it's interesting seeing how different players play, and I had some family here watching earlier, and
Chase
we
better
were
than the
talking
last
about.
galley.
Are they experienced real tennis?
No, so novices.
Fine, yeah, fine.
First time they've really seen it.
Okay.
And I was explaining how there's different things you can do, different ways to play, and stylistically.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that you're looking at. We've got 4 people playing right now. John Woods Casey style versus Zach Eadle style versus.
Well, John would be
Yeah.
at least historically deemed, the least target hitty, the most stylish rallier. I think of the 4 that we've got on court at the moment.
Yeah,
I mean, Will is solid as a rock. Very rarely doesn't have control over his racket head.
but
Zach seems to be able to flick his wrist and still time the thing perfectly on his forehand.
just the game just lends itself to it's,
Yeah.
it's so varied, and there's
Yeah.
so many things you can do. I think it just means
And if you practice anything enough, it'll be good.
Yeah.
You've just got to do enough of it. Hence your real tennis flat. You have more practice than anyone else at behind the backs and back wall posts, and
Yeah.
as a result, you're unbelievable. You have every other post on that
They don't win your
Instagram
matches
page.
though, sadly.
Occasionally.
That is true as well. Right, Eadle here, a couple of points to go, 5-3. To send this one all the way.
It's loose. So what's the chase?
Chase's second gallery, it's not Flynn's best shot.
That's in.
Be in though.
Yep.
Found its way in.
30-40.
Big point now. Huge point.
Chase worse than 2, 30-40.
Zach seems to have taken issue with whatever angle that came out off the back wall.
It's often the way when you don't get it back. Can't be your fault.
No, it's always. My favourite one is when you see it a lot, especially with members. You see a lot of people looking at their racket, make a racket error, and then look down the racket as if they're expecting to see it, the racket head in a
No one
different
does it
place.
when they've hit a lovely winner, do they?
No, they never look at. Oh God, that's
30-40, Chase worse than 2.
Wowzers. That one just lost it.
Juice.
Yeah, close.
bit loose.
Let's see what he does with it. Takes the gallery.
Second
Clean
gallery.
cut service end again.
Use.
And just not to stay into a backhand rally, I think. It's difficult.
Understandable.
General rule of thumb, right? Once you've stopped attacking from the receiving end, probably try and get out of there. For most of us.
Not his cleanest.
Oh, that's gone pretty big from there.
Advantage.
It's one of those where
Chase the
it's
second
actually
gallery.
bounced a bit more than he thought.
Yeah,
He sort of thought it was gonna
actually
be
had a bit more
desperate rush.
opportunity to play a nice little control shot if he'd wanted, but couldn't have known that
He's
running
gone
in.
over there and he's been swinged. Oh my goodness.
Tim Chisholm appears to have gone down with cramp or something equivalent
One
on
of
the
the
other
greats
court.
in the building. Well, I didn't know it was a fancy costume day though.
Poor bloke. It's only wearing
What
course.
are these trousers? Some lovely corduroy
Advantage
pants
receiver. Chase
from
the
Levi
second
Gale.
gallery.
Sunk a few Guinnesses.
Goodness me, what's happened next door?
Chisholm appears to have done something not great. I don't know what it is. Started to stretch something out. A change of ends, and then just had to drop to the floor. Maybe it's cramp.
Looks like cramp based on
Looks
what I'm
like
seeing there. Not that we don't want people to watch our stream, but some interesting stuff going on over there. Oh my god, what a serve. Great get. Good play, lovely serve from Zach. Little second bounce.
Advantage.
Corduroy pants himself off. It's not a combo of sinful. Corduroy pants and Adidas Oswego trains.
But if you're going to see it from anybody, Levi Gale's high on that list, right?
It's nice to see him here at Queen's Club today, despite the injury. Here enjoying the spectating on the tennis.
Yeah. Working hard to get his calcium levels up, like Guinness.
Right, let's
Right,
about
hang on, back to the tennis.
Zach's advantage, 4-3 Zach, his ad.
Here we go then. 5-3 or 4-1. Good
I
shot.
thought it was in the net. He's done well to keep it in. Horse.
Oh, he's changed his mind on that.
Game.
He's done that a couple of times. It's the problem, isn't it? You're trying to hold a ball,
It's
trying to
difficult.
disguise
It is difficult, and there's
and
options.
then you don't know what you're doing
There's
yourself.
one, we were talking about earlier. You said how the bad serves almost have caused worse responses. I wonder whether there's an element to that, right? Some serves you a nice long railroad, or says railroad for Nick. You know, well, I've got to volley that.
Yeah.
I'll just punch that across the
Seems
court. I haven't got
there's
a
too
lot
many
of options.
It's like a Rob Schenkman just does the same thing, the right thing. Isn't trying to disguise it too much. It's just does
Yeah.
it. But if you try and get too clever with it, too flashy, it's easy to end up with
One of those
fool.
very interesting things I've noticed in practicing with Rob is he very rarely criticises himself for poor execution, but he's really hard on himself for poor choice. Which I think is probably a really good way to approach it.
You should have seen some of his ex-girlfriends. There's plenty of
Oh
poor
Lord,
choices.
guys, here we go. On the tennis court, sorry, I should tactically.
It's a bit loose. Oh, Flynn, front of the net again.
15
Just a
all.
bit of that, just net.
Well, at the end of the rally, but it's that half chance, right?
It's not many
Zach's
balls.
kind of just lifted that ball back down the middle. Will's not really sure what the positive is. That's a great shot.
15.
Again, it's that loose forehand, Zach Eadle.
what he
Puts
does.
it away. This is what he does.
There is one chase better than 4.
Better than 4. Zach could do with
Again.
changing ends at 40-15 up. That'd be helpful.
This is very much territory of if
Great volley. Yeah, there it is.
15
down.
chase better than 4.
Eadle looking positive here. I joked
I reckon he wins
when
it
the
with this
first
one.
set was tight.
It's tough chase, but I just think
we may as
that-
well fast forward 2 hours and get straight to
get
the
to
fifth.
fifth. Yeah.
And here we are.
Some of those matches
2
you
hours
can,
later.
you can just call that early, can't you?
It's looking like that might be the case.
Mine, yours, this one.
40-15.
Chisholm's.
Receiver lead.
We've not had an update
Chase
from
better
Levi.
than 4.
I'll flick over to the stream and see whether Tim is up and moving. He's moving, but not well. Here we go.
Look how we're getting on with here.
It's a good cut volley. It's back. Good fizz. That's going to win it.
And
Did
the set.
Very well
It's a
played
set.
from Eadle. 2 sets all. there we have it. Another 5-setter.
None of us wanted to go home tonight.
Crowd are going wild over there. Back row, Sean Medlow can't wait.
Grumbling about having to stick around for some reason. Grumbling about sticking around.
Shut up. Chase, worse than 2, no strips.
2 sets apiece. Wow. Another 5-setter here at the Queen's Club.
This is why we've shifted to 2 courts.
This could be the most. Shankman would know. This, I'm guessing, could be the most 5-setters of the first
No
round.
strips.
Maybe ever. Certainly in a long time.
Should we drop a text to Shankman and let him tell us? Because
He will no doubt know.
Gator
We
Beak
talked
is
about
otherwise
this.
engaged. He'd be the only other chap to know.
Been chatting about this since the French Open, about how tasty Super Sunday was going to be here at the British, with 8 matches across.
No strips.
Set
Chase,
4
worse
summary, what we
than
got?
2.
Serves 1, Flynn down to 44%, Zach at 54.
There you go.
So,
Went to stretch and then went, whoa. Looked like it, didn't it?
Lost the chase. 15 love, chase the last gallery.
Good attempt.
yeah, good attempt indeed. Momentum probably slight with Eadle at the moment. Flynn just guilty at times, having his sort of head down a little bit. But, like we said before, the start of a new set is a really good time to try and regain some composure, start fresh. I think we talked about the fitness side between these two. You mentioned Flynn's as fit as he's ever been.
Yeah, but Zach doesn't appear to be flagging yet.
No?
You know, you never know when it's going to strike, but
Well, people always forget that stylistically, you know, it's a bit different. If you're the sort of player that
yeah, keep
either
rallies
wins or
short.
loses rallies pretty quick, you might be 2.5, 3 hours in, but, you know, they've not been that long, rallies. Whereas if you're a real retriever, rallier, sprinting around into corners left, right and centre, it hurts you more when you're tired.
15 all.
Quite right, yeah. Luckily for us, it's the same with getting old, I think.
Left that one, found the nick.
3, 50 all.
15 all, 2 decent chasers. Who is going to get a better start to this 5th set? Feels like a very big, important thing to flick.
I mean, tell you what, these two have been on court for nearly 2.5 hours now, including the warm-up.
Yep.
And 2 hours and 15 worth of play.
Yeah, it's an awful lot of tennis.
That's quite a lot of tennis.
Yeah, like I say, some newbies earlier that hadn't seen the game before. So I said, you know, how long's the match? Maybe like an hour? And I was like, I think if there's any hour matches, it's going to be pretty surprising.
But on the other court, which was their 5th set, 3 hours and 21 so far.
3 hours 21 next
30,
door.
15, chase
They're
worse
just starting
than
at
3.
3-2.
Wow. 3-2 in the 5th.
Yep, John Woods Casey.
Wowzers. And you mentioned Chisholm in a little bit of
He
cramp
seemed to be
trouble.
I think he got a bit of cramp there. He's had some stretch out. He's back moving around the court.
I'm sure Camden's not going to be, you know, he's watching on the stream. I'm sure he's not going to be enjoying seeing that too much of his doubles partner.
No, actually not.
40, 15.
I wonder if the winner of that plays again tomorrow, or if they've got to rest until Tuesday. Because that would be
2 yards.
They get a rest until Tuesday. In fact, they are Tuesday 6 p.m.
okay. So that's
That's
handy
good
scheduling
for them. Whereas I am back on 2 o'clock tomorrow, for example.
yeah. Well, you're a far fitter specimen, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
From those two.
Definitely not fitter than one of them.
I'll let
Comparatively
the people at home
fit
decide
with the
which
other one,
you're
maybe.
referring
40, 15. See the lead.
Not sure as far as recovery goes.
to. The director's about to pop a bottle in there.
Getting thirsty while watching
The
our
Queen's sparkling water. You can easily take someone's eye out with that when you pop it open. Right then. 51% versus 50% service points won.
You could see they're both creeping up to the 50 and above mark.
Well, absolutely, but yeah.
Jeez, a lot of back and forth here.
There's a lot of back and forth.
What value do you put on a first game that goes this long?
Advantage.
It is only going to be 1 game to love, but you know, when you work really hard for a game and you lose it, that seems to hurt more
Yep, I agree.
than a nice quick fire one where they just lay out the order.
7-6 advantage.
Didn't quite see what happened there. Did you read that badly?
He can't have read it well. I think he was assuming sideball, backball, out to middle.
It's a lot straighter than I thought.
Yeah, did it hit sideball?
I can't tell, hence my confusion.
Must hit backball first. Here we go. We're going to find out.
Oh,
we're going to
here we
find
go.
out. We've got an angle.
Oh, and he's covered the
He's
angle.
covered the
Can't
angle.
see
Yeah,
it.
that's useless. Yeah.
Chase better than
His,
6.
all I saw
I mean, with that angle,
chiseled
it
body.
must have hit backward first. We've all been caught out there when someone hits it straight for that joint. You can't tell.
Better than 6, here we go.
Arrow from Will. Good volley from Zach. Net. There you go.
Just good play from Zach there.
Yep, ask the question. Will's had to. It's underrated
First game.
difficulty of shot there. Railroad's good. It brings back a cut volley that's good but not unbelievable. But because you're running the full width of the court and stretching to play that ball before the back wall, you're likely to make errors. There's another good example. It's a good cut volley from Zach.
Really nice.
Really asking the question. But when you hit that shot, you are saying, I hope I can get that into the corner before my opponent gets there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a race
You're
to the
not,
corner.
yeah, you're not really ripping it like you would off of a bobble or some other serve, where you're saying I'm going to hit this ball heavy and cut into the corner. Rob Schenkman has come back to me saying that this is the most 5-setters on a day ever, and there's possibly still more to come.
Yeah, of course. We're going for the skies, good volley. Can Zach get there? Right, his retrieve was good.
His retreat's very good.
Oh, couldn't retrieve that one there. That was 1-2 Nenny.
15 left.
Flynn just dictating the play there.
We have a shadow hovering over our shoulders of Lewis Gordon, looking very angry to be being held up. He says he's sick of diving back from Queens at midnight.
He likes being the last match of the day.
I'll be here too, don't worry.
15 all.
I think the tournament's organiser must have something against him.
Time request. Stop raining.
Darren's wearing his socks from the 1860s.
Knee height.
Oh, it's a great pickup from Flynn.
It's probably a cup.
On the
The
gallery, get
last
out of
gallery.
trouble.
Chase it. It's a yard. And chase the last gallery. 15
Like I
all.
say, Eadle just feeling like he's got a slight bit of momentum at the moment.
Yeah, I don't disagree, but there's definitely an element as well of that body language. Where Will is just always he's always the same level of flat. Not to say that he's not looking down, but even when he's winning, he's not looking up. He's always solid. Zach's much more obvious in his
All
emotions.
chase a yard.
Right now, he's got his tail up.
One love to Eadle in the 5th.
Playing a short chase.
Eadle stuff, 15 all, chase a yard. What are we going to see here?
Going for a high serve. He does not want to get it wrong.
And he has got it slightly wrong. Oh, left. Or left from Eadle.
30-15 chase the last gallery.
Loses the chase.
And now he'll be trying to encourage the force.
That's a good
Nice.
finish from Eadle there. 40-15.
40-15.
I mean, it's felt quite even in this last set, and Zach takes a 2-love lead, which he just has.
Yep.
It says a lot about the momentum side of things,
Once again.
Is that thought from last year going to be haunting Will? We lost 6-5 in the 5th last year to the same opponent at the same venue.
Yeah.
That's a great gap. Is that going to be crossing his mind? Oh, that's... Oh my days. A little bit loose.
Could be awkward then.
Oh, wowzers. Incredible tennis here today. That ball getting stuck in the net. And going out and collecting that one.
chase. Better than, no, sorry, nearly yard worse than the last gallery. In up.
Points one. Zach now it's 1 more points. 137 versus 133. Pretty tight throughout this whole match. That though, it's not been. No one's pulled away too far. But again, this game's feeling big.
And the second gallery, two chases.
Gets himself a chase. Or second chase, I should say. Gets back up the service end where we're now seeing statistically it's very marginally better for them to be.
I did seem like that first set, they were clearly both finding their feet with the serves.
Yeah.
Or while dealing with the return of the serve, I suppose. Because there's two elements there. You know, at this level, like we spoke about before, you know, you are going to encourage a particular response from your opponent, but you just have to be able to deal with that.
Yeah.
When you walk onto a court and you're not reading the corners particularly well, or the speed off the wall,
Yeah, I think that.
or your opponent's, you know, stroke, it can be quite hard to tell.
Not his best shot. He's floated that one in.
What a wonderful shot, that wonderful.
I'm not sure he meant that one.
No,
but
well, that's
I think
a
he'll take it
different
nonetheless.
conversation, yeah.
Second gallery. Loose serve.
Bang. Oh, Zach.
Was that the right option?
20-15.
Tempted to leave that one and just chip last.
It's so difficult.
Easier
isn't it?
said than done, of
You want to do
course.
something positive. You don't want to second guess yourself, although you do, and then you end up going with your first option because it was the right one. And
Both trying to.
the thing is, a great cut
galleries.
volley there is a great shot, but dumping it in there obviously isn't. So it's easy to say once he's done it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's when I do my best work. Once they've done it.
John Woods Casey has struck out to a 5-3 lead on the other court.
5-3 in the fifth.
And Tim is playing on what appears to be one leg.
Oh, nearly got him.
And worse than second gallery. Didn't touch it.
Edge of the. Oh my god. The replay of that. Oh my days! How
I don't know how that's missed him.
That's incredible. That's not him. Look forward to this
Phased
one.
under his jaw.
There we go. Have a look at this, people. What a gap that has gone through.
Oh, well, he's done the right thing. He's tried to cover his head with his racket.
That is nearly hit him in the face.
Yeah, has very nearly hit him in the face.
Wow.
Chase the
Love to
last
see it.
gallery.
Incredible things.
Love to see it missing.
Of course. No. Yeah, lovely guy. I don't want to see him getting the ball in the face, but. Oh, it's done him.
30 all worse than the second gallery.
Flynn needs something. He needs to just.
Yeah, he needs to get something on board, doesn't he? Right, good ball.
Nice.
Yeah, good ball.
It's a lovely ball. But it's all forward.
40-30.
Rules statistically a lot more points than that. Nearly 40 more points. Looks like Woods Casey has just had the win of his career.
Yep.
Incredible win
There it
next
is.
door. Mr. John Woods
6-3 in the
Casey.
fifth set.
3 hours 22.
Good performance from him there.
Both 55-56% serves one on that court, which is a bit more standard territory.
Conventional, yeah.
Quite a few 18 dead-ons from Chisholm, quite big numbers. So it's been an incredible game of tennis. And it's still going with this one.
Still going.
Well, not only with this one, with a match on each court after
There's
this.
still 2 more matches to go, yeah.
40-30.
This one not yet concluded.
Server leads. Chase a yard.
30 serve. Flynn needs to just get a game on the board here, stop the momentum going Zach's way. Chase the yards, good time to do it. But we know Zach's got plenty of good attacking winners in the locker. Can he bring one out now? Needs himself a dead on. Missed high, and there we have it, 1-2.
And that's game. 1 game to 2.
Feels big that. 1-2.
Yeah.
Can he carry on that momentum now? That is the big question. Oh, he's done well.
Good volley though.
Could he come over?
He's got that. Missed time up.
Oh,
Seen them go in.
Oh, he's missed low. First loose ball.
Great put away, great rest all round, some great retrieving.
Put it this way, we're happy we're not
15 up.
Good defence of the Mabel there. Back in there.
Speared
That's
that
pretty
in.
nice
Shot.
shot.
3.
Really nice shot.
15 up.
Good defence from Will. Zach still managed to get it done.
First sign of fatigue I've seen from Zach there though.
What was that?
Just pulling his heels up to his hamstrings in between points. Yeah, look at it now, look.
30.
What do we think that's a sign of?
Being tired?
Nothing too specific.
Nah.
Even nice and vague for us.
Yeah, obviously.
And the second gallery.
I do think Zach's cramping with something there.
Yeah, it looks like it could be that.
30 love. Better than
Touching of the toes is an unusual one. Yeah, he looks like he's hobbling a little bit, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Here he is. The main man's back. Commentary legend Ben Gatorbeaks officially in the room. He's having a rest whilst his poor partner's doing all the work over here.
I can't believe they've let him out of his little cubby. I assume he was locked in there for the week.
30 love. Receive the lead.
Viewing gallery has got a little bit busier. People
As the other court's emptied.
the doors emptied.
In between matches over there. Everyone's come in for the big conclusion of this one.
Reminder, 2-1 Eadle in the fifth with 30 love Flynn. Better than 3. Here we go. We're going to see.
Ask the question. That's going to be difficult to beat 3 with. He's done it though. Yeah, good
Incredible
shot.
from Flynn. Very disciplined. Very good shot. Momentum. Feeling like it's going his way. Zach's looks like he's
Second gallery change.
injury. Second gallery change.
Got plenty of
Not
options here.
injury,
He'll want to take this first time though. That'll do it. Zach wincing.
Yeah, just hearing people, ladies world champion in the crowd is just learning that this was 5-all in the fifth last year.
Yep.
Could it be the same again this year? Oh, got himself a bit tangled up there.
15 up.
Is that the second time he's been hit today?
Yeah, the last one looked a little bit firmer than this one. 52%
shot.
for Zach, 51%
half
for
a
Will.
yard.
Service points won. Hanging around that sort of zone, isn't
Will's just laid a better than half a yard with that cut volley.
it? Lovely shot. 2-all, 15 of Zach. Where's your money now then, Nino? That's the big question. Do we just back Zach's mental fortitude?
Do you know what?
The history of it?
I'm going to sit on the fence. I think it's 50-50.
Don't
Should we
we-
do a poll with the room? Should we say, should we ask for hands up for Zach and
Next
shot?
change, great shot from Flynn.
15-30.
Right, next change of ends, we'll do a little poll, find out what everyone thinks.
Yeah, we'll see what people
Get them
think.
to get their answers ready.
We'll ask the badger in the corner that is Mikey Hennessy.
Oh God, how's that gone over? Wow.
And the last gallery. Better than half a yard. And the last gallery.
2-all in the fifth. Left hand up if you think Zach's going to win. Right hand up if you think Will's going to win.
I've just done one.
And it's pretty even split.
I'm seeing 4-2 at the moment. Claire's got both hands up because it's a very complicated system. 2-all in the fifth. Has, and if it goes
Jones just says 5-all.
It's got 6-5. Come on, guys, I'll get it.
15-30. Receiver leads. Chase better than half a yard.
What is
I think the general consensus is I'm being
Talbot.
verbally assaulted by Given out.
Simon, can you get me a pasta? Whatever they do. I haven't had time
Oh,
to
great
eat.
shot from Zach.
I've got to play tomorrow.
It's an even split. Everyone's keen to sit on the fence. Claire's just bottled even answering. No one knows where this is going to go.
No one has any idea. Nope. The general leaning was just towards whoever the hell won it last year.
3 games to 2.
3-2 Eadle. He, of course, did win it last year. There's a little buzz in the room now. It's a great shot.
Some confidence there. Because when you hear that pace, you're just saying that is in. And if you read it, I'm in trouble. It's a Lewis Williams style speed there.
That's a lovely
for that
defence.
line.
Could be in trouble again, mind. Yeah, it's good for
Here we go. Zach's finding his targets. That's what he does.
Can't pick it. Suddenly all clicked for him. Cowboy in the room.
Second gallery.
Second game. He's forcing well on the sun, Zach. It's all coming together. Good shot from Flynn.
More back. He's gone big.
40 love,
A
chase
little bit
the
wild, a little
second
bit
gallery.
reckless. A few moans and groans in the crowd. You never see that sort of shot from Claire Fay. He's feathered under the grill. Loves a 5-setter. Oh, that was a bit reckless, that. Tough to watch.
40 love, serve leads, chase the second gallery.
Yeah, Eadle just had stamping his authority, just showing his experience. Last couple of games. 30,
Yeah,
40 love.
realising when to really push the pace, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, I thought with the looking like cramp issues, I thought, oh god, this could be falling away.
Yeah, but I wonder whether or not he's almost acknowledged that and gone, right, well, I'll go hard for the next 5 minutes and hope my leg lasts and I can get a big enough lead that I can get over the line. See him there encouraging that ball long back Penthouse and for
Yeah,
fault.
we talked a bit about that earlier, didn't we? Rather a fault than
Yeah.
a bad serve.
Especially against Will Flynn.
Yes, he was very capable of punishing bad serves.
It's a good shot there. Yeah, it's a good shot. Well, Zach will be glad to have touched it.
It's been out of the game to pinch though. It's for 4-2 Zaus.
4-2 versus 3 all. 40-15. That's...
Oh, that's a great
that's
shot.
nice.
Giving us another tight one to think about. Ooh. Alright then. What we got? Bad serve.
Oh, that's a good ball.
Yeah, sent it the wrong way. What's,
Chase turn 3,
I don't know what's happened there. Sent it the wrong way. He's nearly run onto the e-score. Going high. Little Chandelle number. How's the length? Looks good. Looks very good. Oh, but he's not made the most of the volley. Really nice serve. Forced Will into having to boast it out.
Yeah.
And then not quite managed to get the volley back in play. Oof. Decent chase, 2 and 3. Going to be open to
serve chase 2
deal with
and 3.
learn from his errors maybe last year when it was tight in the 5th and see what he can do differently.
Unfortunately, none of us have a vivid memory of that last one. Maybe there were no errors. Maybe he was 5 love down. Maybe he was 5 love up. Who knows?
I think he was.
You think you were up?
Someone was 5-1 up. I can't remember who. Then it went back to 5-all. I've got a feeling Zach was 5-1 up, and then it went 5-all, and then Zach closed it out.
Game.
There we go. 3 games all in the
3
5th.
games all.
What a match! What a day! What an event! Not the best row I've ever seen. He's gone straight. He's read it.
15
Made
love.
error.
Low. Not a bad miss, low.
Like what sort of research we're going to see here.
Have a little look.
Some lovely volleys from Flynn. A great pit. Oh my days. Good read. Oh, that's a great play. Great pick from Eadle off the timbre there.
Can confirm, last year Zach was 5-1 up.
And then
In the 5th.
turning to Shankman, it's getting embarrassing. 5-1 Eadle in the 5th.
Describe Shankman.
5-1 in the 5th.
back to 5-all, and then Zach closed it out that stage.
He did. So maybe the answer for Will is don't let Zach get to 5.
That'd be handy. Oh, it's starting to look more likely as well.
30-15.
Seems we're just going for a little bit too much there at times. Easier said than done. That was that pick off the around his ankles off the tan. But
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Will and Red.
He's a good retriever. That's loose.
It's pretty loose. Can he punish
Could go in a gallery. Grill.
it? He has punished it. Great shot from Will. So that looks a bit more confident now.
Yeah. Well, if Zach keeps spraying those, Will be happy enough that he's dealing with that rather than
Yeah, absolutely.
targets he's got to defend.
Takes the last gallery.
Zach will take that. He'll take that.
I think so. Just a little change of scenery.
Yeah, just
Get out of
the
there.
serve end.
Losing the bigger percentage points there for a moment. It's under a lot of pressure. Just have a little breather. Recompose yourself. Have a drink. See what you can do from the service end. How nervous will these guys be right now relative to the rest of the match? I think it's.
I mean,
Is it that big at this stage, or is it only when we start getting 4-alls, 5-alls? What do you think?
40-15.
nervous.
See the lead.
Very hard side. I don't think, at least for me, I don't think you get the kind of difficult to control nerves at this point, like you do when you start to see a finish line for one of you.
Yeah.
But they'll both be very aware of the importance,
How big this one is.
how beneficial it could be
Oh my
to
days.
be
How has that gone over?
4-2 up or 5-2 up. Give yourself a bit of breathing room.
Yeah. So
But having said that,
the importance.
how many times we found yourself, you find yourself
Will's
5-2 up
one
and
more point.
they win a game, they win another game, and suddenly you feel like, being dragged away from that finish line.
Right now, they've both won 149 points.
There you go. So a very close match.
And it's juice at 3-0 in the 5th, so it seems to back that up. Is that too short, too long, sorry?
Too long. It does kick though. It kicks across that back wall. It doesn't come out as far as you'd think.
It's a ball you'd be disappointed to net, though, there's no doubt about that.
Well, I mean, yeah. I suppose if you're going to line up all the serves that you wouldn't want to receive, that's not really in there.
Oh, he's misread the angle. A couple of times it's happened.
Yeah.
Conceded the chase at his advantage. It's quite a big difference there, isn't it? Between, just winning that point there instantly and conceding the chase and the service.
It's so difficult though, right? If that ball's going into that corner and you're not sure, you've got to do what Zach did, right? Which is to cover the main wall, glance first, and hope that if it comes out straight, you can still move forwards to it. Because if you move tight to that main wall, well, I mean, maybe for you do a paddle, swivel,
Little swivel.
sweep a backhand into winning gallery.
Not sure I'll do that.
But for most of us, that would
Maybe
be
Camden might. That's good serve.
great service.
Very nice. He's done well to get that kicking back.
How's the gallery?
He's gone for it. Missed it. Oh my god. He's missed
Yes,
it again.
that could go in.
Oh my days.
That could be good. That's loose. What's he got from here though? How's the gallery? Lost it.
Better than last.
Lost it. Fine.
That I mentioned earlier in the qualifying. I think Will missed a hazard gallery set point up. He's missed a couple. Missed one high, missed one low.
Yeah, they matter.
Going on there.
We've got a lasagna, a carbonara, and something else coming.
We're all getting fed sufficiently here in the commentary booth, which is good news.
Mr. Talbot Williams doing us all a true favour. Seems to be cutting half the figure he used to. I don't know what he's been doing, but it's looking in good nick.
Don't know what's happened to Eadle there.
Okay, gentlemen, we are at juice.
But something to his hand, maybe. 3-all juice.
Bands who play one. Come on.
Second gallery.
Solid, sensible play.
Yep. Just know you'll be back at the service end, one way or another.
Get out of trouble. Get out of dodge. Something aggressive now. Oh. Wasn't sure quite what that shot was, but it certainly wasn't punished from Flynn. 40-30 Eadle. Oh, sorry, advantage Eadle.
Eadle, yeah. Gallery. Second gallery?
I think it was second, yep, it was second gallery.
Would you say that second gallery is
almost the halfway mark for winning and losing. So you kind of, if I say you are defending a last gallery chase, would you say that you would defend that more often than not?
I think so. I think statistically, probably the answer is something like worse than last, or yard worse.
You think
than
so?
last.
You think that's where it's
Yeah,
spreads out?
I'm sure I've seen that sort of step.
Okay.
Because
Because obviously, if we said something like the door, you'd say, well, I can't defend the door that readily, not more than 50%
I
of
think
the time.
statistically it's something like yard worse than last.
Okay.
So
So therefore, your argument would be that actually this is in Will's favour technically, by a tiny amount.
tiny amount.
Fine. Ooh, you had to look for the hazards.
You went for it. Back to juice.
Yeah, it's one of those very funny shots where I think very few of players our level, including Zach in that one, that actually practice that sufficiently, and yet someone like Rob Fay never misses it.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's a sort of next level up shot.
You
Isn't
kind of just think like it's just
it? A couple of that was this.
it's gone forehand. Oh, that's a whip. Oh, that's a great get.
In as well.
That was an unbelievable get from Will
Wow,
Flynn.
this is fascinating. Right?
I'm actually applauding you. I'm in the back room.
Fascinating.
a great game.
Wow, great hands off the timbre.
Almost went in, didn't it?
I thought it was destined for the dead on. But much like many of my shots out there today, missed. That one was destined. Bottom corner.
Just cruised in there.
Not too much pace, like you say, just made sure of it.
Yeah. Well, they look great when they go in.
Not so good when Bertie runs after it and puts in the grill.
He did a lot, actually.
Lovely shot. Lovely shot.
Will there saying to himself, just do that every time.
Vital 7th game, as we all know.
Although weirdly, this is almost a scoreline where it's the least vital. You know, when you're at 4-2 and it goes 5-2 or 4-3, it's double hit, claims Zach. Zach's asking for double hit.
Oh my god, that is a new shot.
Punished it by pumping it back.
Anyway. Unbelievable scene.
Unusual that you see a point where both players end at this point, but that is one of those.
I'm sure Zach won't care too much at this stage, given the fact that's gone in the net. It's going to be frustrating for Mr. Flynn, that.
Right. Zach,
Can
nice,
Zach
tidy
capitalize?
serve. Make Will play a shot. And go and deal with it anyway.
Bad. It's a good ball.
It's a good ball.
It's a good ball. And it makes no sense because the last one was easier.
Often
Put
was
it in the
easier.
base of the net.
Yeah, I mean, he hit floor hazard too, didn't
And
he?
then he's hit a great shot there.
That's that great shot.
Yep.
As everyone who's watching from home knows, the difference between middling it and not middling it is
Good serve.
massive.
Good serve from Zach there. A little sarcastic fist bump from Zach there. Don't know what that was about.
I don't know who that's aimed at, but
Don't know who he's upset with, but see if it G's him up or not.
I mean, it's not Will. I don't know where that's come from.
I think possibly himself, but
Second gallery, advantage.
left for a
We're going
chase.
to see a replay here of Will Flynn's unbelievable hands.
Great pick. Look at that base of the tower as well. Incredible. Johnny Whittaker on the double score. It's good hands. I'm hoping.
You're hoping, yeah. He's got a very robust serve and return.
Receiver better than
Underrated
second gallery.
elements of doubles game when people talk about it at club level.
Definitely big factors, but today is all about singles. It's all about 5
And this
sets.
one's all about this one.
Oh my days, better than second. Is it going to go all the way? Slightly rogue. Good choice, back to juice.
Another juice. I feel like we're never going to get out of here.
I mean, I think technically we could just walk out at 7 o'clock, but I'd like to see the end of this one now.
When are we doing the next one?
We are doing from 4 till 7.
Good point.
Chase half a yard. Use.
I wonder what they've got lined up to replace us.
I don't know. There's many people around. There's Gale on the mic.
Yeah.
He's seen a game or two in his time. He's also seen about 8 Guinnesses today, so it might not be a good idea.
And he has historically watched Levi play.
Sorry, Tammy. We'll keep an eye on him. Don't you worry. Lovely volley from Flynn.
Hazard half a yard.
Levi's wobbling all around the back bench. He can hear us from any angle, that boy. Those ears.
Oh,
Let's have a look at what he's
honestly, it's
thinking here.
nothing's off limits for Flynn.
Receiver has a chase, half a yard.
Second round of British Opens this year, certainly. 3-all, Flynn's advantage. Hazard, half a yard. Can he serve it tight? It's not bad.
It's great.
Oh, it's not bad either.
Oh, it's cheap at the court. Galleries are on.
And he's
taken
hit
it.
it. Very good shot.
Zach is
They
wincing.
Win the vital 7th.
Looks like
Zach
he's
looks in
cramping,
some
or I don't think it's emotional.
Good shot. Can't cover both. I think he was covering the forehand. He's there's a bit of limping or hobbling of some sorts going on.
If Zach is struggling to cover both directions, he's going to have to go ham
A little
for.
cramp to me.
That's going to be too much, yeah.
Look, a little bit of cramp there, midpoint.
Yeah, definitely.
He chases.
And
That's a great shot.
punished by Will Flynn's backhand volley to half yard.
Absolutely. Bit of support in the crowd for Eadle here. He's gone for the sympathy vote, holding the leg.
Well, I can see the pain in Molly's face back here. She's really concerned about him.
She's still watching Love Island over there on her phone.
She's watching Zach. She just doesn't seem at all fussed. I heard her say, "Get on with it," under her breath.
The dog needs walking apparently. Here we go. 5 and 6. It's not kicked back. Good. Can't be leaving
it's
that.
good ball.
Cannot leave that ball. It's good cut from Zach.
15 love.
Good cut, good hold, bit of side spin.
Better than half. Zach has made a very good number of dead-ons. Better than half
When it
of
matters.
dead-ons so far on this sort of chase.
And we'll know that as well.
And
We all know you're serving and
find
hoping that
something.
you can deal with the first one. Obviously, hoping it misses, but
It's a pretty good one.
That's a
Great bobble.
Just catch the
Great
ball on the way
bobble.
down.
Happy with that. 15-all. And again, it's a huge game now. Difference between 4 and 5-3. 5-3 will becomes fairly fan favourite. Good shot from
1 and
Zach.
2.
But if Zach keeps returning like this, Zach's going to need to win points from the receiving end with his first shot, or lay really tight chases, so he's not going to have to cover a lot of space.
There's a little disturbance in the galleries here. There we go. 15-all one chase. What a moment to come into brackets back.
Shot.
That's a great ball. Beautiful finish.
Nerves on the net, yeah.
I know.
That's a great shot though.
Yeah, very nice.
Not got into the nick
Right in
underneath
the far
the
corner.
Good choice. No way you can cut that off.
Looking fairly composed.
Yeah.
Young man.
See if Zach's got the
Having
ability
a little bit more
to
experience.
on target. Zach can now leisurely walk to that one.
That's a good volley.
Not so leisurely to that one.
It's made it all with some clean strike.
That's long right now. Will's going to try and make Zach move, I imagine.
That post.
He's missed the goal off a hazard. That's a shame.
Oh, he's a bit
2
disappointed
chases.
with that.
Thanks, Ed.
I can't help but feel that was an opportunity.
Yeah, well, as all your members know, and we know very well, if you aim for the grill and miss, the result's pretty poor.
We have a bit of sledging from the back row of the crowd here. Off limits.
30,
One comment
15
about Levi's ears and he
to
gets
the
all mouth.
receiver. One tight chase at the service end and a
30-15,
hazard chase.
receiver leads.
1 and
Chase. 1 and 2.
So then 1 and
If
2,
Will
what are you
could-
doing? On the floor or force?
Well, it depends what service. If it's long, I'm forcing it. If it's short, I'm hanging it on the floor.
Good answer.
I think you can beat 1 and 2 on the floor. Not often, but it's possible. That's forcible though. That doesn't go that quick. It's unfortunate.
30 all.
Zach was not happy with the serve.
Has a chase better than 2.
There we go then. How's it better than 2? Can he get it tight?
Gallery.
Lovely shot. Very good shot. Put it away
40,
nicely.
30.
Bring up an
Zach would
opportunity
take
for a
him
two-game
out
lead.
change ends. Zach's had enough of Ben there.
Some slightly late moving, understandably at this stage. Been out here for quite a long time now. Like you say, including the knockout, we must
that's
be around
unusual forehand.
the 3 hour mark, right?
Yeah.
Over 3 hours. Ooh. Oh,
gonna be short. He's got to move up for it. He can't move up enough.
Game. 5
frustrating.
games to 3.
5-3 Flynn. So last year it was Zach that got to 5-1 in the 5th before it went all the way back to 5-all. This year we're at 5-3 Flynn. Can he not submit to the same 5-all pressure? Let's see how we go.
Can't submit to it if he doesn't get there. That'd be a thought.
Well, that's pretty good. Good serve. Served that quite well. Make sure it's second time round. We got luck with the first one.
Zach might be taking on the grill even more than usual when he's in this kind of labour state.
Darren Long out there, every ball's in the grill. What's the ball? Very wide.
Worse than 6. 15 low.
Ben called on that one with great conviction there.
Well, Ben's had 2 5-setters back to back. Out for 6 hours straight.
Yeah, and counting.
Yeah, over.
Sensible as well.
Yard better than the second
Sensible
gallery.
doesn't need to be 100 mile an hour, just got to keep it average reach.
He knows it's not getting covered.
At least not getting chased, right? The miss.
Exactly.
Just so you
At
can
this
just
stage of the day.
don't hit it to him. Don't hit it in the net or in the penthouse. Keep your angles thin. Make him chase down the miss.
Looking positive by his standards.
Yep. Yep, that's true.
Still not so
15
smart,
low.
but
Receiver lead.
composed.
Chase. Worse than 6.
Those two. Less than 6, what we got? Shot. Oh, he's left it. Still got it. Nice ball. That's a good pick up.
Zach, we hoping one of those did not come back. That's too good width. Yeah.
Lots of great retrievers from Flynn there.
Yep.
Face
A
past the
good
wall.
width at the end.
You'll chase a yard better than the second gallery. So can you just wait?
Yard better than the second gallery. Just doesn't miss those. Beautiful shot. Good top spin roller.
Even off one leg.
Lovely, lovely shot. Well played. Kept it in play, not the prettiest.
Zach would not normally have volleyed that. He was moving better. Left that to Zach.
That's just the problem with that shot. The last time he hit it, it was a millimetre of the net, it was perfect. Does it need to be that close? I'm not sure. Main will timbre, medium chest height, would have been fine, I think.
Yeah, well, we identified how
Then
he was
again.
playing the zone from the receiving end. That's a great get from Zach, though.
It was a great go. Thought he nailed that bullet. Right, go. Oh, it's got awkward. Could it, oh,
He's going to take gallery.
no, he's missed the gallery.
Now
Making
runs
a run.
that. That's a good shot. Can we nick? Yeah, it is.
Wowzers.
4, 40, 50.
God, such drama in here.
The tension is building. 40-15 Eadle. Oh, that's a great pickup from Zach. Good speed to get there. Read it well. Little flick. Beautiful get.
Quick bounce off the wall, get back across.
Yeah.
Good use of momentum.
There's going to be a lot of tired bodies after today.
Telling me. One
Chase
Saturday.
3 and 4. 40, 50.
Good thing we've got 16 hours on back on.
3 and 4, here we go.
Oh, it's caught the penthouse. Just hit the corner. It's long.
Chase.
It's well left, 4-5.
4 games to 5. Final set.
Surely it won't be another 5-1.
How much experience have you had playing against someone who's laboured in their movement, Lewis?
Not much, not as much as you. Didn't you have a match with Zach a few years back?
Oh, yeah.
Not made it.
Yeah, no, he beat me in 5. Me 2 sets stuff up.
And there was
here.
cramp issues and all sorts going on
he
there as
took,
well,
took,
right?
took a break at the end of the 2. He had cramp 3 or 4 times. He was good. I never really got close again. I lost the 3rd set and never got close again.
It's not his cleanest, but
Better than 6, 15
he'll certainly
love.
take
It
it.
could be disconcerting when you know the other guy can't really move and all you've got to do is execute. It sounds like it should be obvious, should be easy. You know, that 3 and 4 chase, Will's got ball and penthouse, he's just setting himself, just got to keep us out of his reach and beat the chase. But sometimes that just distracts you a little bit.
Yeah, and it's not like he can't move at all, but he's just
No,
a little bit-
exactly, yeah. And you don't really,
He's a
he's
bit
made a
fitty.
couple of great gets, you don't really know whether this next one he's going to be completely giving up on or flying in there and getting it back.
Doesn't it? You know, I've been on the other end of it and I've had some crap on court, and it's like 1 minute it's horrendous, and the next minute you're sort of fine for a few points.
Second galleries.
Misses are dead on there, out for a chase. 15 love Eadle. Oh my god,
15 love.
better than 6.
2 leads, chase better than 6.
We're going to see a little railroad here, do you think?
I'll be attempting to serve a long railroad,
Yeah.
making him hit a force to beat it.
That's
Like
exactly
that.
what he's done.
And if he gets it right, he gets it right.
Fair
At
play.
least-
Little fist bump from Zach.
least
That's
he
a
gets
big
it wrong.
shot that to go 30 love up.
Second
It's a
gallery.
massive moment to make that ball, because that is a do or die shot.
Yeah. But Zach likes to keep it simple. He knows his force is good. Force beats every chase, doesn't it? So,
It's a great ball to go 40 love.
grunt of exertion from Zach as well. We're at 40 love to make it
I
5
think
all.
the crowd want to see a 5 all. That's what we're seeing. Oh, no way.
Oh, good use of the underside.
What a shot!
That's on the flare wheel.
Unbelievable.
He's hit an edge with Bando down, and Will's just pumped it straight into winning.
Let's see the replay of that in a minute. Goodness me. That's a hell of a shot. Great hands. Shot cool though.
Sorry, that was a stroke.
Okay.
Thank you. And that's
5
Correction.
games
5
all.
games all.
5 apiece. Poor old Molly doesn't know what to do.
Well, it's nice for her to come back in the room. She's been
Momentum
missing for
with
about
Zach.
10 minutes.
Momentum with Zach. Here we go.
It could be tight.
It's awkward.
Post.
Oh,
Too big.
That's pretty unlucky.
Got too much on it.
A repeat of last year's 5 win the 5th between the two same players in the same round at the same venue. 15 love Flynn.
It's good to know that these two courts clearly play the same.
Missed it though. I want to get.
It's in. Oh, well back.
Has it worse than
It's
the
an
door?
incredible get.
He will take that.
Bit of feedback from Levi Gale saying Hazard's as good as a point there. Thinks it's guaranteed. Oh, so he thought it was a fault. Oh, he did not move. He thought it was a
Can
fault.
we get a replay on that one?
Controversy, left, right, and centre.
We all know
We've got
the
people
Maestro Ben Gatenbeek would have
crowding-
been all over that one for a
crowding
replay.
over the replays. There's about 8
Well,
cameras
yeah.
to think about.
Yes, it's forwards.
I think it's the next
One
rally. The
off
next
that.
rally.
Here we go. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. Here comes the serve. Oh, it's close.
Edgy.
It's
And possibly short.
yeah, I think it could be short, but that is
Mark
the
is always right.
Mark is always right, and you know one of the many downsides of marking from the net post is doing it by sound.
I mean, a few issues back here.
James Medlow's really antsy to get on court and is smashing up the club room.
Pullman's smashing the place up. Right, let's have a look at the hazard.
If the hazard is good as the
Good
point,
serve.
let's see.
It is. Levi was right. Makes the first time for everything. 30 love Flynn. He's got a good chase.
Worse than 2.
Are we going to see a big bit of emotion if Flynn wins this? I think if Zach wins it, will. If Flynn wins, it will.
No, because it's Will.
Don't think anything.
Lost the chase 15.
No, because it's Will.
I think this one's going to.
I mean, I'm sure there will be emotions. Will we see them? That's the different question. That's loose.
It was nervy, that was tentative.
What does Zach do with it though? The safe thing. Oh, and it's good enough.
30 all, 5 all, 30 all. We'll race to 30 love lead.
Nick Jones calling juice. Molly said he's winning. I think it was. shot.
That's a great ball. Very good
What he
composure
does.
to set up match point to win 6-5 in the fifth against the same opponent 2 years in a row. Can he do it? Big deep breath there. Nick Jones was right. It happens. Juice.
Oh, and the cramps kicked in.
Oh,
Cramps kicked in on that one.
is that going to give Flynn a little boost?
Where Zach wants it on his forehand. His edge.
That is unbelievably unlucky.
I don't think Zach's appealing for the point. I think he's just lamenting his luck.
That is unbelievable.
Did not hear a grill there.
Bottom ledge. Flynn's hit it. He just stopped though. He stopped.
Will's just hit to him. And Zach's
Brings
now
up-
facing
brings up Will's match
facing his
point.
match point.
What a match. What a game.
On to a different serve. It's tight. That's
my
tight.
God.
This edge.
Big fist bump there. Unbelievable.
Glance
for that
the edge
serve. Match
and
point down.
If he
After
started,
getting a little bit unlucky.
doing that, I think he'd have won by now. I think
He's served that well, isn't he? A couple of times. He's not done loads of them, but he served it well a few times. Going for it again.
that last one was perfect. If he can do it again, he's got this. That could be tight. Oh, that's not tight. So we'll take the chase. And he's gone at
Oh
him.
my god.
Camber.
Oh, should he have taken the hazard?
Well, or even bunted the gallery. Yeah, it's easy to say now.
Well,
If he didn't force the racket out, we'd all have said that was good.
Brought up his second match point. Zach's had. I think.
It's definitely Zach's advantage. Just Ben may not have used the tablet. It's a chase.
75. Advantage.
Okay, so Zach's advantage in a chase. Reasonable chase. Better than 5.
But this is going to focus Zach.
Sometimes we see it when it gives you the proper time.
Zach. Well, you literally can't lose the match with this point. If you will, you can. So you'd much rather be Zach in it. Like I said, to focus it. If Will serves it short, Zach's going to spear a couple into the corner.
I think Levi's point is though that if it's not no guarantee.
If he doesn't win it, he's receiving. I still think Zach would rather. I'd definitely rather be Zach.
Yeah, I think there's aggressive.
I think Zach is quite happy receiving it. To be fair, for Juice 5-all. It's a good serve though.
Service. There we have it. 5-all.
Bring up another Juice.
Defended 2 match points already. Zach's defended 1. It's close.
Sounds correct.
I think Will was happy.
So. Shot.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's
ball.
fine. That's the ball. That's fine. That's fine.
Nearly come off the ledge,
Yeah,
no?
it has nearly come off the ledge, but that's the ball. Decent neck
that's the one we
clearance,
said
bit
earlier,
of pace
wasn't
at
it?
the timbre. Let him work it out.
There we go.
And, he's gone for it.
Unbelievable scenes here. Out of all the choices, even I wouldn't have gone with that one.
You'd left it, would you? He'd got it right though.
Oh my god. Not today.
Now we're all full of thoughts. They've had what, 2 match points each?
Back to Juice now, right?
Yeah, it's that Juice, I believe. I
Both
think
set 2
Ben
match
occasionally
points.
gets distracted on the tablet. Is Ben controlling the score? Two match points each. It's over. Yeah, that's fine. Probably the right decision. Learned from his last one.
Tweener there, yeah.
Yeah,
So Juice both have had 2 match points, both saves.
I
2
believe
match
so, yeah.
points. Juice wins that.
Shot.
That's a great disguise, great shot. Just gets it done. Or does he? Will Flynn. Big opportunity to try and thwart Zach on the third time.
What are you serving?
What's the chase?
Better than 5-ish?
Rares.
Long?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if he's Zach, a bit cramped.
Yeah.
You don't want him to cut bottom, that's what we're saying.
Agree.
Don't go and deal with that. Smoking that forehand corner. Just rattle it long, go and cover the label if you have to.
Here we go then.
And Zach will throw himself in front of this. The risk, I think, is more likely that he allows Will a cut away.
Yeah, looks like he might be going different.
Hoping for a dodgy bounce on the penhouse.
Oh my god.
And the match.
Unbelievable way to win the match. That's an incredible serve.
Edge that serve on the penhouse to win the match.
Wow. Borderline standing ovation in there. Unbelievable serve to win the match.
Zach wins 6-5, 2-6, 4-6.
2 years in a row, Zach Eadle has beaten Will Flynn 6-5 in the fifth in the first round of the British Open at Queen's Club. I'm borderline speechless. What a way to do it.
You're talking perfect. He's done brilliantly. That was a hell of a match. Weren't we lucky to be commentating on that, eh?
Out of all the matches you could have, and like I said, you could say it about more or less any match today.
Yep.
There's been so many 5-setters, so many incredible matches. That the way that ended though, oh my days. Wow. Points Zach serving a bit more often. Serves won 60% for Zach there versus 58% for Will. So very interestingly, as the time was going on, they were both winning.
That must
more
have
at the
dragged them
service
both over the course of the match up to mid-50s or maybe low 50s.
Low
They'll
50s
both be
possibly.
north of 50, I imagine.
Yeah.
The entire match summary.
Which we're going to see now in that summary, 52-53%
There you go.
in that territory.
Still a
never
strong,
wrong.
still a strong returning game from both of them.
3 hours, 9 minutes. What an amazing end to the match though. Both saving match points.
And
then
what prize has
that's,
Zach won for winning that one?
He's got Vigona in the next round.
On Tuesday.
He's got a day off.
He's got a day off.
He'll be very grateful for the day off. And I cannot believe that serve on the last point. So for those viewers at home, if it hits the wall like that and then clips on the way down,
Yeah.
That's
If
a
it's
legal
already
serve.
struck the sidewall or the penthouse,
if it's clipped on the way up, then that's a
on the way up it's a fault. But if it's already hit the penthouse or the sidewall, it therefore cannot have hit the bando because it's on its way down.
And
Therefore,
before we
it's a
say
legal
goodbye,
serve.
the last match of the day, certainly the last starting match of the day, is Vaughan Hamilton versus James Bedlow here on the West Court.
Correct.
I think we're probably over and out, so thanks for watching, and we will look forward
Enjoy the two matches that are going to be on this
to
evening.
enjoying the last two. Thanks, guys.